Finally. Finally! TSR Sports is back live on the YouTubes. What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans and Golden State Warriors fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. It's been a while since I've been live. We'll be doing a live play-by-play reaction scoreboard. That's going to be tough tonight because there's going to be a lot of players on the court I've never heard of or seen before, so the struggle will be real, but hey, we're here to do it. If things look a little different tonight, my normally used streaming laptop, I spilled a cup of water on it yesterday. It was off, so I might be able to save it. I've been letting it sit in front of a fan all day yesterday, all day today. I'm literally waiting probably at least 48 hours before turning it on, but I might be okay because it was off. So I'm using my old laptop that's from 2016. It still works, but obviously, hey, you know, it works. That's all that matters. Good evening. Yes, Nova Legion channel member, thank you for being here. Thank you, Kerm. Great to be back. You know, I saw this on the schedule. This is on ESPN3 tonight, which ESPN3, kind of an odd channel because when you click on it, it seems like you can pick multiple different events that are live. So that's kind of cool. I saw him playing the Warriors. I saw James Wiseman might be back. I was like, all right, this looks like a game I want to cover. Obviously, I got to cover the interstate rival between the Rockets and the Spurs tomorrow. So, Summer League last game. The last game I think starts while I'm at work, so I won't be able to do that one. I can't remember who it was against. Who was our last game against? Nah, I don't remember. We lost to the Cavaliers. There's some bright spots. Joshua Primo, Blake Wisely, Malachi Branham had some moments. Joshua Primo started slow, but really turned it up at the end of the game. Hey, Joe Castles drops a $5 super chat. He says, "Go Spurs, go!" from San Antonio, Texas. Unfortunately, I don't have any of my animated GIFs because I'm on my old laptop. Just a quick refresher, spilled water on my current one. It's in the process of drying out. It was not on when I spilled water on it. Luke, good evening. Yeah, you know, these streams are only going to be, what, an hour and 45 minutes? It's 4 10-minute quarters, so why not? Stephen Baldwin or Alec Baldwin? Neither. Is 5 games in the Summer League? I am pretty terrible when it comes to what the heck's going on with the Summer League. But I appreciate y'all hanging out on a Sunday night or Monday morning or Sunday afternoon, wherever you are. Sebastian, good evening. If I missed anybody early in the chat, thank you for stopping in. Moody Wrestling, he just dropped 34. Let's win the game, and I want to see Jeremy Sohan, as far as I know, is not playing at all in the Summer League because of the old 1-9. And Joe Wieskamp, Joe Mama, he also had an ankle sprain, I want to say. And he is out, I guess, all Summer League as well. I am rocking Hall of Famer Manu Ginobili tonight. What do you think of the Russ Kyrie trade? I mean, I get some folks like, well, just buy him out. I don't know what the buyout amount would be. I saw one website say only $3 million, which seems extremely low. He certainly has a $47 million contract. If we buy him out for $30 million, is it worth 2 first-round picks? 5 and 7 years away? I don't know what to make of it. I don't see it happening. There's just, I think, too many moving parts. But who the heck knows? Joe Wieskamp wearing a boot. Okay, boot. Arcu 3, I'm excited to see the development of Josh Primo's game. I was able to catch a little of their first Summer League game against the Cavaliers. I wasn't able to watch all of it. And he was showing me some moves. Unfortunately, he was missing his shot. The 2 shots I saw him take, he missed him. So I'd like to see how Primo has developed. And I'd also like to, of course, catch our rookies. Blake Leslie, Malachi Branham. You guys have said good things about Dominic Barlow. I don't know the rest of the guys on the roster. I know Robert Woodard was on the Spurs last year. He didn't play 1 game. So I'm just really looking forward to seeing somebody really on either team. I mean, we have former San Antonio Spur and current NBA champion Quinndary Witherspoon, Garbage Time Q, as he is affectionately known on this channel, over there for the Warriors. James Wiseman making his debut. Very curious to see how he performs after having that. How much time did he miss last year? Did he miss most of the season? Warriors still won, though. So, I mean, didn't affect them too much. They won an NBA title, didn't they? What's wrong with the League Pass? It is not on the League Pass. None of the G League games are on the League Pass. By the way, we have a decent crowd, but only 20 thumbs up. So if you could hit this guy right here, we'd greatly appreciate it. No Summer League games are on the Pass. The Kerm I did see before I came to this game, the Red Sox-Yankees game is on ESPN, and I got to see Giancarlo Stanton hit a 2-run home run, so good start tonight. Do want to keep Jakob this season? Do they? TSR cooking, probably not. Is anybody else's game? I just see your event is about to begin. Do they not show anything until like the actual game starts on ESPN or NBA TV or whatever you may be watching? Not live yet. Okay, thank you, Frenchie. Yeah, I just have a screen bouncing around ESPN logo. I have to eat. Okay. Yes, the Kerm. Please update me on the Yankees. 7:44 tip off. What? 7:44? Arcu3, thank you very much, but 7:44? What are they doing for 14 minutes? Bueller? I mean, I know regular NBA games usually don't start till about quarter after the games that are televised, but this is a summer league game. Just get on with it. What the heck are you doing? Washington games. Dang it. Warriors and Grizzlies win today. Warriors are playing right now, Raphael, so I don't know if they're going to win or not. Top 8 Sim League teams make playoffs. Most likely we have to go 4-1. We got to win out. I thought all these summer league games like pretty much finished within a 2-hour window, so they never had this issue. That's weird. Watching game just finished. Okay. Watch party is on NBA League Pass. I have NBA League Pass. If this game is on it, oh wait, I don't have NBA League Pass. I have the Spurs Team Pass, which expires soon. Pussycatch channel member, thank you for stopping in. They got to check the air pressure in the walls. Who's playing first today? I don't know. I assume Dominic Barlow, Robert Woodard, Joshua Primo, Blake Wesley, Malachi Brandon will be the starting lineup again, but I don't know what's going to happen with these summer league games. They might totally switch things up and put in guys I'm not familiar with, like Jordan Hall or Josh Carlton. It could happen. Kenny Lofton and Sugity has a different body archetype, but he's still toying with the comp. League Pass and NBA TV are different, Walker, from one another. The NBA, any games televised on NBA TV are not shown on the Team Pass. It's a very frustrating experience as a fan. Also, if you have the NBA Team Pass and the game is nationally televised on ESPN, TNT, or ABC, or NBC, or wherever the heck the NBA is these days, that is not shown on the pass either. Because I live in Connecticut, when the Spurs play the Nets or the Celtics, that is blacked out on the pass too. So it really, you think when you get the League Pass or Team Pass, or Team Pass or League Pass, you're getting every game. You're not getting every game, so be careful what you get, especially if you're like a Lakers fan or a Warriors fan. If you're buying one of the teams that are on TV all the time, most of those games are going to be blacked out on the League Pass, so it's almost not worth buying it. Watch out for Darius Days, number 38. I'm not familiar with him. What's up, Ghost Player? Anthony, I mean, I wish Jeremy Sohan was playing. Probably the players I'm most excited about for the Spurs, my top 3 in any order: Joshua Primo, Blake Wesley, and Malachi Branham. I mean, I want to see our 2 draft picks, and I'm very curious to see if or what steps Josh Primo has taken into improving his game from last year. I mean, he showed moments, but he also showed a lot of mistakes being a teenage rookie, which was expected. I didn't expect him to go out there and score 20 points per game in his rookie season. So hopefully, he was nailing threes in the last game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. If he can be a legit three-point shooter and show us something this summer, maybe he makes a strong case to be the starting, point guard, maybe combo guard for the San Antonio Spurs. It looks like it's up in the air when the season starts. Joshua Primo starting or Trey Jones? Pay $20 a month and you can watch. Okay. That sounds about right. They lowered the price on the Team Pass to $15 a month last year, so I'm not buying the Team Pass anymore outright, which was like $120. If it's going to be $15 a month or sometimes even lower, I'm just going to go with that. Kyler Edwards. I don't know. I'm not familiar with, is it Guy Santos or Guy Santos? Jonathan, I'm curious. Well, I'm curious if Josh Richardson will be with the Spurs when the season starts. We still don't know if they're going to make any moves. They have still a decent amount of cap, don't they? Yeah. Delano Garnett went to the Celtics, and then, of course, the trades. And, yeah, I think we still have like 30-plus million cap. I don't know what we're doing with it. Mark Husser, I prefer not to do that. A friend of mine's offered me numerous times. I'm like, I can't do it, but I got you. 3-0 Yankees. Westbrook rumors, did a video on it. Mangabo, it's on ESPN 3 and I believe NBA TV. The game has not started yet. There was apparently another game that was still going, Washington and Phoenix, I think, what you guys were saying in the chat. So I'm just sitting here just blabbing until my team gets on the screen. Edwards highlights in college looks sick. I didn't see him last game. Edwards, Edwards who? Do we have a guy Edwards on our team? I don't know our whole Summer League roster. And just my apologies. When this game starts and these teams start going into their bench and they start going deep into their bench, I don't know who most of these guys are. I'm going to recognize Joshua Primo immediately, number 11. Of course, his hair gives him away too. Aside from that, though, the struggle may be real. So you might hear points tonight where I say, and the Warriors hit a 3, and I'm looking at my little roster sheet, and they're not even on my roster sheet. I have 10 players on each side. Houston, okay. I'm surprised DeAndre Ayton hasn't gone anywhere yet, but it's still early. All right, Rose City, I'll keep an eye on you. Everybody's important, whether you have a wrench or not, you're a channel member or not. Now, because channel memberships, I do try to shout them out. That's kind of part of being a member. Just, you know, you want to make them feel special. They're contributing to the channel, as you are as well, but in a different way. But I appreciate everybody that watches the videos. Last Summer League, the Spurs went 2-0 against the Warriors. Okay. So Jakob Poeltl is I like him. He's outplayed his contract. But when I step back, I'm like, have we seen his ceiling? He's going to be 27, I think, next season. How much better can he get? And he's pretty darn good. Don't get me wrong. Can we win with him? My concern is if Jakob stays for 3 more years and we're putting out a starting lineup with Jeremy Sohan and Jakob Poeltl, now we have 2 players on the floor that can't shoot the 3. Now, one of those might work on it. He's still young enough to do so. I'm talking about Jeremy Sohan. But if he continues to be a poor 3-point shooter and a poor free throw shooter, now we have 2 players on our starting lineup that can't hit the 3 and can't shoot free throws. And that's not going to get you a lot of playoff wins come crunch time. Game over 177. Karen, good evening. What are the scores usually in these games? Aren't they in like the low somewhere in the 80s? Aren't they stuck in the 80s? Kind of like watching a Spurs game from the late 90s or early 2000s when, all right, they're finally showing the Summer League thing. All right, the game is finally getting ready to get going. Jacques Landale is on the Suns. Poor Jacques Landale, man. The San Antonio Spurs for 1 year. Didn't go the way we wanted it to. Probably not the way he wanted it to either. Then he gets traded to the Atlanta Hawks. And the news wasn't even, we didn't find that out until the next day. None of us knew Jacques Landale was traded the night DeJounte Murray was traded. The next day, we're like, wait, Jacques Landale is on the Hawks, and then immediately, poof, like a frisbee, thrown over to the Phoenix Suns. James Wiseman is playing. Most are blowouts. Well, crap. Chris Lightsey, channel member, thank you for stopping in, and I hope not. I saw that about the Yankees. I hope they're not blowouts. But yes, James Wiseman is playing. I put him on the thumbnail for a reason, and I'm rooting for him to play well. I'm not a Warriors fan. I'm a Spurs fan, but I'm not, he had a lot of injuries last year. I hope, he bounces back. He did play 39 games last year, so he missed 43. He missed more than he played. Obviously, the Warriors didn't need him last year, though. They won a championship. We're almost up to 50 thumbs up, my friends. 7 more. And we get to David Robinson's number. The man with me today, holding a championship. Jacques, yeah. I did a video and I forgot Jacques Landale's name. I'm not going to lie. What? I don't know what's going on with Keita Bates-Diop. I think his contract's still up in the air. He's a good role player. I mean, having him on the 10th to 15th spot on your bench, and he's inexpensive, why not? Keep him. Same announcers from last game. Yes, I did see a little of the last game, a very small part of it. I have not watched any Pistons Summer League Walker, but Jalen Duren was the guy I wanted at the number 9 pick. Dang it. That'll be very interesting as Spurs fans. You know what's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of Spurs fans. Obviously, we're rooting for Jeremy Sohan as a Spur, but they're going to keep an eye on the guy that was available at number 9, Jalen Duren. If he turns out to be a beast this year and scores 20-plus points per game in his rookie season, there's going to be a lot of Spurs fans are going to go, you could have drafted him. We need a big, and you didn't. I believe Moses Moody's out tonight. 78 Falcon, I say Pop retires either after this year or next year. He's going to be 74, I believe, this season. I can't imagine him coaching past 75. So I say 1 to 2 years, and he'll call it a day. Thanks, Jesse. Appreciate it. Hey, the season's coming soon. So if anybody's new to TSR Sports, obviously I'm a San Antonio Spurs fan. I cover the Spurs and do some random NBA videos. I've been dabbling into doing NBA prospects videos. I did a lot of videos on Kai Soto. Recently did a video on Victor Wanyamama. And players are on the court and getting ready to, let's go. Jump ball will be between Dominic Barlow and James Wiseman. So Dominic Barlow's playing center? Isn't he like 6'9"? All right, I might be a little rusty with my score, but I'm excited for this. Spurs basketball, 10-minute quarters will be a short stream, so that means, you know, a short stream. So the Warriors do win the tip-off. And it'll be Warriors ball. My man, Quinndary Weatherspoon, former San Antonio Spur, in the starting lineup. Alley-oop to James Wiseman. Oh, my goodness! Wiseman throws down a thunder dunk of justice to put the Warriors on the board. That's what we don't have, but could have had with Jalen Duren. Just saying. Anyway, it is Spurs ball. Drive, pull up, and block. Blake Wesley blocked right in the paint. And the Spurs cause a turnover. Nice recovery defense by Wesley. Wesley with the ball again into the paint, and a layup by Blake Wesley, who, by the way, he's got a long frame. His arms just feel like they're longer than his body. I think he has like a 6'9", 6'10" wingspan. And another turnover, Spurs ball. And thunder dunk of justice for Robert Woodard. 4-2 with 9 minutes to go. Good evening, Anthony. Yes, the game has changed significantly. James Wiseman for 3. Thunder dunk of injustice. Okay, that's fair. I'm happy. You know what? I don't like seeing my team get dunked on, but to see that he's healthy, I was happy for that, and then I'm done being happy. Joshua Primo on the pick and roll. Drives, stops, pops, air ball. Saved. It is Spurs ball. Malachi Branham out 3-point land. 1 on the shot clock. Dishes it out. 3-point attempt is another air ball. I think that was Robert Woodard with the air ball. Spurs look bad on that possession. 8:24 to go in the first quarter. 2 timeouts for each team. Oh my gosh, Pop would hate coaching Summer League. 2 timeouts only. I don't know why we signed Gorgie Deng. I'd rather keep Jacques Landale's backup, what may be a chance of him reaching, being a better player, having a higher ceiling, whereas Gorgie Deng's north of 30. Wiseman, 5 points, 1 rebound, 1 block already in the first 2 minutes. Where's ball? And a foul on the Spurs as Jonathan Kuminga gets fouled on the jumper. He'll go to the line for 2. I cannot, Mac, man. I can't put the real game, nor can I put Triple H. I'm on my backup computer. For those of you just coming in, my normal laptop, like a dummy, I spilled a cup of water on it yesterday. The laptop was off. So there's a chance I can save it. I got it sitting on the floor. I've had a fan it's been in front of a fan all day yesterday, all day today. I'm going to fan it out tomorrow. When it hits the 48-hour mark, I'm going to turn it on and hope for the best. But everything should be dry as all heck, as it's just been, air's been blowing in there. First free throw is no good. Second free throw is no good. Okie dokie. Blake Wesley takes off with the ball. Drives, gets over Malachi Branham for 3. No good. Rebound by Lester Quiones. My first time seeing Lester out there. Warriors ball. 7:50 to go in the first quarter. Lester Quiones putting some moves on into the post. Quiones dishes it in to James Wiseman. Wiseman against Dominic Barlow, and we have a foul. Another foul on the Spurs. Yeah, it's 2 fouls on him already. Yes, he is, Chris Lightsey. I am noticing Blake is controlling the offense. Going to average. You could be right, Darren Flowers. You could be right. But you never know. I mean, we'll see. We will see. It is Warriors ball. 5 on the shot clock. Pull-up jumper is no good. Spurs ball. 7:25 to go. Spurs down 5-4. Blake Wesley on 3-point land. Step back 3. Nice! Switch. Kill the fish. Blake Wesley. Dribble, step back. I like it. I didn't know he had a good 3-point shot. Or I forgot that he did. Spurs up 7-5. And that's a miss by Quiones. Spurs ball. Joshua Primo. Off into the paint. Kind of a Euro step. Missed the layup. Warriors ball. I will say the load I've seen of Josh Primo this summer league is I've seen more misses than hits. I missed his huge fourth quarter last game. And Quindary Witherspoon, former San Antonio Spur, into the paint with the layup to tie the game 7-0. So the summer league's kind of fun. Blake Wesley into the paint gets rejected. No, by James Wiseman. He said, get that weak applesauce out of here. I don't want to swear on my channel. And then the paint opens up like the Red Sea as Jonathan Kuminga just drives up, and the Spurs treating him like he was Moses, and he just parted. Got out of the way. Is Devontae Kaycock playing in the Summer League? I don't think he's on the roster, is he? I don't know. Pull-up jumper by Woodard, no good, and we have a foul. Looks like he's going to line for two. Primo not going to be traded next year. Now, my score might be behind on yours. I'm streaming this on my Roku, and it's not the NBA Pass. It's on Sling, which Sling is a little behind. So please do not put the score in the chat because odds are we're probably in different points of the game. First free throw was no good by Blake Wesley. We have substitutions. James Wiseman coming out. Looked great the first 4 minutes. Go Warriors, even though they won the finals. No Devontae. I'm sorry. No K. Cock. Robert Woodard, second free throw. Made the second one. It is 9-8. Wiseman looked good. He looked good. If you're a Warriors fan, you got to be excited. I know they go small ball a lot. You know, having one big guy on the floor is not going to kill him. That pull-up jumper is no good by Lester Quinones. It is Spurs ball. Joshua Primo brings it up for San Antonio. Primo, crossover, pull-up jumper. And bounces around multiple times. It finally goes. Nice move. All right. I read he's been better at creating his own shots. Q drives into the paint and throws it up and in. Quindary Witherspoon saying, right here, San Antonio Spurs are getting rid of me. Even though this is the Summer League and technically doesn't count. But whatever. Primo over to Josh Carlton, who's checked in. Now pull-up three by Blake Wesley. No good. Offensive board for the Spurs. Joshua Primo for three. Good! Optimus Primo. Autobots, transform and roll for it. It's kind of fun. I'm glad I decided to do this. And I'll be doing tomorrow's game against the Rockets. Lester Quinones into the paint with the layup. And there's no defense in the paint by the San Antonio Spurs. NBA TV came up 2 minutes ahead. NBA TV, really? Wow. Machine 78, good evening, M. Easy. Thank you for stopping in. And the Spurs are going to throw it out of bounds with 4:57 left to go in the first quarter. So if I have 4:57, NBA TV is that far? Wow, crap. Oh, all right. Go Spurs goes in the chats. That's what I like to see. Can we get to 100 thumbs up tonight? We'll make the goal very low, only 100. It's a summer league game. I don't expect a massive turnout. So how about just we'll make the goal 100. 100 thumbs up if we can. You just got out of the commercial? Wow. That's the one thing that sucks about getting rid of cable is, hey, Spur, good Marshall. Thank you for stopping in. Wesley's going to be damn good. Love his speed. Thank you for the super chat, and you might be right. The little bit I've seen so far tonight and the little I saw against Cleveland, he's looking good. So it's a little weird when I cover stuff that's normally on cable, stuff that's on ESPN, TNT, or like tonight watching ESPN3. I'm going to be significantly behind. My apologies. It is what it is. When I watch the NBA Team Pass, sometimes I'm in sync, maybe a little behind, sometimes a little bit ahead. It's very all over the place with that. When I do the New York Giants this year, I'm probably going to be ahead of almost all of you because I'll be watching on HDTV over the air, which is instant. There's no delay. So it's going to be interesting. Gina, this is live. See? I'm moving. It's not a frozen picture. This is live. Are you guys talking about Lonnie in the chat? I wish him the best. I don't expect him. I mean, thank you, Johnny. I know, J Money. I honestly, maybe this sounds bad, but I've lost interest in women's soccer since Christian Press tore her ACL. I was never the biggest fan to begin with. I just became a recent fan in the last 3 years, and she was the reason I was a fan. And then when your favorite player's out, and she wasn't going to play on she wasn't on the upcoming Olympic qualifying team, I don't believe. So they're obviously changing things up. I think Megan Rapinoe, did she retire or almost done? I don't know. I lost a little bit of interest. Plus, it's hard covering them because people get so political in the comments sometimes in the videos, and I don't like doing politics on the channel. So I was like, you know what? It's not fun to cover. No, I'm watching the game. It's 13-13. James Wiseman's on the bench right now, looking over to his left. It is Warriors ball. Lester Quinones with the ball. At three-point land, passes it out, and that three-pointer is no good. It is Spurs ball. Joshua Primo sprints up to the paint and loses it out of bounds. 4:40 to go. Rich, you guys are like Thunder a couple years ago. Yeah, this is the first time the Spurs have started over in my lifetime. Actually, the first time the Spurs have started over ever. So, pull-up jumper by Malachi Branham is off the front rim, no good. Fight for the board, and it's thrown straight up, and I don't know who's Darius Days throws it up in there and gets fouled. Days going to the line for two. 4:32 left in the first quarter. 13-13. What? You're that far ahead? Jeez, Luke, that's ridiculous. Why is ESPN 3 so behind tonight? Maybe if I leave and go back in, maybe that'll help. Maybe I'll do a quick refresh. All right, that just put me ahead a little bit. I'm at 427. Lester Quinones passes it out. Back to Quinones. Over to Q Witherspoon. Quindary will get it back to Lester Quinones. Quinones loses the ball, gets the ball back. 6 on the shot clock. Quinones crossover, takes the 3, and he got it. Wow. Who's Lester? No, it's not Lester Quinones. Mac McClung. I'm sorry. I don't know who these guys are. I thought it was Lester Quinones. It's not. Joshua Primo with the ball. Open for 3. Takes the 3 and short. Offensive board for the Spurs. Darius Days. And he's going to launch it, and it is no good. Knocked out of bounds. It'll be Spurs ball. 3:49 to go. You're not 3 quarters ahead. I know you're not that far ahead. Basel, it's on NBA TV and ESPN3. Apparently ESPN3 has quite the delay, so my apologies. They made that a 2. Mac McClung, they changed the call out on the Spurs. Mac McClung will bring it up for the Warriors, 6'2". I think he said he's 23. He's got the ball right now. Pass it out for 3. And that one is no good by, I don't know who that was. No idea. Some tall white guy for the Warriors. Anyway, Spurs ball. Nice drive and a layup by DJ Stewart. Gets into the heart of the Warriors defense and slices and dices. McClung sprints in the paint. Layup and 1. Fouled by Primo. Hey, Phil, channel member, thank you for stopping in. Appreciate you being here. Would you rather start a franchise with Primo and Manu or Sohan and Parker? Ooh, Manu and Parker in their prime? Yep, timeout. I just got the timeout there, Frenchie Bets. 17-all, 3:20 to go. I'll tell you what I'd like to start a franchise with if I'm picking 2 Spurs players. How about a 24-year-old David Robinson and 20-year-old Tim Duncan, both coming in as rookies? We would we would win a lot of games. That Malachi Branham is going to be a shooter. He's just, don't expect anything other than him just taking the shot. Trade Jakob? J Money, what do you think we can get for him? 4-2 Yankees. Red Sox 2-run homer. Well, it wasn't Manu and Parker, Felix. It was a mix. The question was, would I rather start a franchise with Primo and Manu or Jeremy Sohan and Tony Parker? So it wasn't the 2 legends of the San Antonio Spurs or the 2 young guys. It was a mix of one each. So that's what kind of made it hard. It's Sean Robinson. Thank you for stopping in. Hope you're having a good night, morning where you are? Morning. Joshua, I will say so far, Blake Wesley has looked better than Malachi Branham. This is only summer league, but so far in a small sample size, yes, Blake has been playing very well. Primo Manu. The thing is, Manu was 26 when he came into the leagues. Man, Jeremy Sohan, I don't know. I still don't know how to feel about that pick. it was a good pick for the Spurs. I don't think it was the best pick we could have made. We'll see. I hope he proves me wrong and he turns out to be Dennis Rodman 2.0 without the nonsense and some offense as well. We'll see. We need a point guard. Yeah. Michael, thank you for being here. Warriors fans. Brian need to settle down a little. I agree. 5:30. Oh, it's early where you are. It is live on ESPN3, yes. But for whatever reason, I'm way behind. You know, occasionally just... Yeah, and he can work on the shooting, Garku3. I didn't follow his college career. I did a scouting report on him, and that seemed to be the big thing. And I just backed out and came back in and missed a huge dunk by the Warriors. So apparently, when they go to commercial break, I need to back out of the live stream and go back in on ESPN3, and something's weird with this thing. 30 rebounds a game. Good evening, RK fan. Shaq's take.
Hey, it's a Shaq. Let me watch it tonight. Yeah, got a good game. NBA champion Golden State Warriors against the San Antonio Spurs.
All right, anyway. ESPN, Sports Programming Network. I'm forgetting what the E stands for. That's turnover for the Spurs. 3 minutes to go. What the heck does ESPN stand for? What's the E stand for? Entertainment and Sports Programming Network? You're not that behind? Oh, okay. That's good to know, Walker. All right, I'm not too far behind. Thank you. 2:50 to go. It is Warriors ball. And Jonathan Kuminga drives into the post. And we're going to have an offensive foul. Yep. No, wait. Defensive foul? Offensive foul. Luka Buka Shorts, my man. Thank you for stopping in. Basement Dwellers. Possibly I'm not Chico. If Jakob leaves, we need a center and a forward. The 4 and 5. I know people are like, well, Jalen Durden can't hit the 3. I'm like, our current center can't either. Quick pull-up 3 by Darius Days. No good. It is Warriors ball. 2:30 to go, 19-17. Warriors on a fast break and a foul. As Jonathan Kuminga was sprinting down the court and gets fouled to go to the line for 2. Beantown breakdown, my man. This game is not on the NBA Pass or you got to have NBA TV or ESPN3. Beantown, my man. The Yankees and Red Sox playing right now. 4-2 last I heard. Gotcha, Spur good. First free throw is good. It is 20-17. I think Kaycock's not out there. There's no Kaycock. Couple substitutions for the Spurs. He's not a bad pick. Walker, we'll see. I mean, hopefully, he's our starting power forward for the next 15 years or so. Spurs ball. Who's this in the paint? DJ Stewart. Pass it out over to Blake Wesley. Blake Wesley throws it into the post. And the jumper is good. And 1 for Darius Days. I don't know who Darius Days is at all. I really don't. Spurs always saying they're looking for good team guys that are good guys, but I think we need some... Yeah, and Jeremy Summin is that. Devontae is a free agent. Thank you, J Money. Okay. Free throw is good. All tied. 2:11 to go. The Pussycats, I think he could be a small ball. I think Hugh Ishan is 22 or 23. Maybe know how old Quindary Witherspoon is? Early 20s, that's for sure. This is his 4th year in the league, so he's 20. I don't know if he started at 19 or 20. I want to say he's like 22, 23. That's a turnover for the Warriors. Spurs ball. Blake Wesley's looked good. He's one of our 4 19-year-olds. The Spurs have 4 19-year-olds. Most of them actually can't even drive. They don't have a. I think Jeremy Sen doesn't even have a learner's permit. He said in the press conference, it is what it is. It probably doesn't need it. But 4 19-year-olds on the Spurs, they are embracing the youth with Blake Wesley pull-up jumper. Just short, no good. Warriors ball. You think so, Felix? Are you not liking what you're seeing for Primo? The game against the Cavs, I didn't see the whole game, but apparently he went nuts in the 4th quarter. Kuminga drives, dishes it out. 3-point attempt is no good by Chris Mullins looking type guy. I don't know. Blake Leslie drives to the paint, gets rejected. I think that's the second time Wesley's been rejected tonight, so he's got the moves, but he's got to realize, oh! Darius Days just throws out a huge body check on Jonathan Kuminga. There's a foul. Q is 25? Shut the front door. Wow. McClung, Mac McClung. He's the Mac Daddy. Mac Daddy will make you jump. Big guy's Jared Oof. Jared Oof. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. I got it. Thank you. And my apologies to longtime viewers of this channel. Things look a little washed out tonight or not up to the usual quality. My normal laptop, I spilled a cup of water on it. Jared Uktoff into the paint, throws it up, gets rejected, out of bounds, Warriors ball. It's currently drying out. My laptop was not on when I spilled a cup of water on it, so I might be okay. I'll find out probably tomorrow night after it's been off and just having a fan blow on it essentially for 48 hours. I've got to get everything out of there. Warriors ball, 8 on the shot clock. Quinones fires it, no good. I didn't realize Q was so old. If Primo doesn't work out, it's going to be considered a bad pick, full-time Spurs fan. It'll be considered a terrible pick. I think most mock drafts had him around 26 in that draft, and he was picked 12th. A lot of mocks had Jeremy Sohan, the 15th player. He was picked 9th. So if these guys that we're reaching on don't pan out, Spurs Nation not going to be happy. Speaking of which, it is Spurs ball. Quick pull-up 3. Good! Darius Days launches it. This guy just likes to fire it off, huh? He reminds me of Rudy Gay, just chucking the ball up whenever he has it. Jonathan Kuminga, step back 3. That's good. 23 all. That's good, Ashan Rassan. Utuf? Oh boy. Blake Leslie rejected again? Ooh, he's going to have to work on that if he's going to play in the NBA, man. That 3 is no good by G. Santos. Warriors get the offensive rebound. 12 on the game clock, 6 on the shot clock. Step back 3. That is no good by Santos. And now we have a foul, and that might go against San Antonio. Quindary was a second-round pick for the Spurs. He was drafted with same year as Luka Samanic and Keldon Johnson. I think he was the 41st or 42nd pick. But yes, Q was a second-round pick. Yeah, Connor, he needs better shot selection. I think he's been rejected 3 times in the first quarter. That's not what you want to keep seeing happen either. ¿Cómo estás, GS? 2 free throws for the Warriors. First one is no good. Santos at the line for Dos. Yeah, Lucas Samanic, I know. I think he's done in the NBA. I think his career's over. I'd have to look at the draft, Joshua, to answer that question. And that's a airball 3 at the buzzer by Jordan Hall. We'll go to the second quarter. I mean, it's Summer League. Kind of a high-scoring game. Both teams on pace to score for 90 points. Lucas Samanic not playing. I don't think Lucas Samanic is playing again, J Money. He didn't play 1 game with the Knicks last year. Played a little in their G League and got injured. Might be done. Still young. AD, what's going on? Go Spurs, go to you. I want to see some nasty. That's what I want to see. I want to see some nasty from our Summer League Spurs. So far, Blake Leslie, he's got the moves, but he's not finishing. It's a lot of foreplay, but no, you know what I'm saying. So he's obviously gonna. That's something he'll work on throughout his. He'll work on that. Malachi Branham hasn't really shown me much so far in this game. It's only the first quarter. I have not seen anything out of him really that made me go, oh, good. And then Primo had a couple nice moves, but like the Cavaliers game, the little bit I saw him, he's missing his shots. And maybe he'll start warming up and heating up like he did in that Cavs game. I don't know. Just hopefully If he plays bad this year or doesn't play very well, I'm worried Spurs fans are going to be really hard on him, and the media could be hard on him, and just that can affect the player. It can if people are tweeting nasty stuff on the Twitter. I'm not on the Twitters anymore, by the way. My apologies. I had enough of it. I was like, you know what? I need to cut some things out, make some free time, and I just got off of social media, Twitter, Discord. I'm not going to worry about Malachi Branham yet. It's still very early. If he's playing throughout the season, like tonight, I agree, Phil. Somebody should have the talent, and he was hella lazy. So let's not worry about anybody on the team. The only person I'd worry about going into year 2 would be if Joshua Primo really struggles, because expectations are high. My expectations are not. If he scores 10 points per game this year and just shows growth, maybe literally too, if he grows an inch or two, then I'll be happy with that. I'm not expecting him to all of a sudden turn into Kobe Bryant this season. Doesn't seem to have a motor. Keegan Murray has looked great, I believe, so far in the Summer League. Caden, do you want the Spurs to win? Blake Wesley for 3. Now that's his second 3, I think, of the game. He has shown a nice stroke from outside. So instead of going to the hoop and forcing these shots against the defense and getting rejected, maybe he could turn into more of a 3-point threat for us. And another, why are the referees calling so many whistles? This is Summer League. Come on. He does, Joshua. He's actually kind of impressed me from 3-point land. I don't think in his scouting report I did on him that was a strong part of his game. Could be wrong. Oh, well, Coca, at least it wasn't. I'm sorry, at least it wasn't a jersey. Like, at least you didn't pay like. It sucks that happened, but at least it wasn't like a $200 jersey or something crazy. Pussycats, I don't know if Joshua Primo's starting. It looks like it's up in the air between Trey Jones and Primo. I'd be shocked if Blake Wesley started, but this is the Spurs, so who the heck knows? But Brandon wasn't Primo. I don't think Joshua Primo's going back to the G League, Felix. I think his days are done there. Quick pull-up jumper is no good by Dominic Barlow. Warriors ball, 9:15 to go. They are down 24-26. I think Blake was right around that. I think it was pretty low. Nice layup by the Warriors. Sorry, I didn't see you shot that layup. Nice drive into the paint and a layup to tie the game. Spurs ball. And that pull-up jumper is good by Jordan Hall. 28-26. Dominic Barlow, you guys had good things to say about him. Step back 3 is no good for Mac McClung. And I think that's where I got confused. McClung is 55, Kionis is 25, and I'm not familiar with most of the players playing tonight on either team. I'm a Spurs fan, but I'll be honest, I don't know who most of these guys are. Matt Carpenter home run, 6-2. Veronica is what? Is Veronica in here? Oh, she's a Cowboys fan, I think. Oh, she is in here. I must have missed her. Ah, there she is. Go Spurs, go! We got almost 100 thumbs up, my friends. That was the goal tonight. Not big expectations. It's a summer league game. Just doing this for fun to check out the rookies for San Antonio. Want to see how James Wiseman's doing. He's looking great so far. What can I say? Moses Moody is out tonight for the Warriors. And that jumper is good. Speak of devil, James Wiseman. 28-0. Stephen A. Smith. Don't get me started. Spurs ball. Primo. Takes off. Misses a shot. And we're going to have a foul. I hate when ESPN does this in NBA TV when they have an interview on the left side of the screen and they smush the game down into almost unwatchable sizes. Yeah, Phil, he's getting rejected. I think he's been blocked at least 3 times tonight. Jury's out. Too early on Primo. He takes a 3. And it's no good, but he does get fouled. And I think he just got stepped on, too. Aaron Dixon's been playing well, J Money. Even though he stinks, he's been playing well. I don't get it. I don't get it. No, he's not, Ben. He's not. Ernesto, I don't think it necessarily was that, but if you're saying he was going to leave, then in that case, you're right. There you go, Sean. And congratulations, by the way. Joshua Primo misses the first free throw. Wait, he's been blocked 4 times? Struggle is real. 4 times. Primo misses the second free throw. Dude, hit a free throw. Joshua Primo has missed 2 out of his 3 free throws. The third one makes that one to give the Spurs a 1-point lead. Mikey, I don't think he does. I think he just goes in, head down, and throws the ball up, and every time he's done that, somebody's been waiting for him. Now, his three-point shooting has looked spot on. Speaking of spot on, huge block for the Spurs. I don't know if that was Barlow or Woodard that's jumped in, but absolutely, not just one of those blocks where he hit the ball, but he swatted it out of bounds. Like, get out of my house! It's still Warriors ball, 5 on the shot clock. Q with the ball. Q goes, throws it back door, and a layup by Guy Santos is no good, and apparently on a whistle on the Warriors. Maybe he stepped out of bounds. It's a turnover either way. Cody, good evening. Well, Cats, you might be right. I'd rather my players be aggressive and go for it than just stand there with their thumb up their nose. Family channel, guys. Family. Oh, okay, Darren. We'll see. Speaking of which, Primo drives into the paint and turns the ball over. Yeah, Josh has not looked great this first half, second quarter, this first half. Veronica, I don't know what the Spurs are going to do with him. He obviously he's kind of turned into a journeyman. I know you're a fan. He does have a large contract, large-ish for at least the Spurs roster. I think he's getting $13.5 million. He's got 2 more years. He's north of 30 now. He doesn't fit into our long-term plans. Wiseman turnaround jumper. Might have been a hook shot. No good. And now we're going to have a foul on cue. Quindary Witherspoon, notorious for getting 6 fouls in only 10 minutes. 1 year with the Spurs. I don't know. Dougie, I haven't heard anything. I'd be surprised if both him and Josh Richardson are on the roster when the season starts. I expect one of them to be moved, if not both. But then again, the Spurs may move neither. Want to have some veteran leadership on the team. Oh, Rose City, that's harsh. Ish Smith's now on his 16th team. Is he really? Malachi Brown is back in for the Spurs and loses the ball out of bounds. It's off Golden State. It'll be Spurs ball. 7 minutes to go, 11 on the shot clock. Naked HD's coming in the Summer League. Come on now, HD. Fill life with emotions and find love. Love you. Spurs ball. Robert Woodard with the ball. Pump fake, drive, throws it up, air ball. Ball out of bounds, and it's going to go to the Warriors. No, Joshua, apparently they can't. I think he's talking about the Summer League team, Ben. Trey Jones can handle the ball. He had a fantastic assist-to-turnover ratio last season for San Antonio, but I think he's asking, in this particular Summer League game, can anybody handle the ball? Because it's been sloppy out there. I'm wearing Hall of Famer Manu Ginobili, courtesy of subscriber Don Allen. Sent it to the TSR Sports P.O. Box. So very nice of him to send me. He's like, you need a Manu jersey? I have an extra one that I won. I'm like, I'm not going to say no. Trey can shoot 2-pointers. He can't hit the 3. He's a terrible 3-point shooter. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with Golden State. I would not call James Wiseman a bust. Too early. Way too early. Golden State's ball, and for whatever reason, there's no scoreboard on the screen anymore. Okay. Did you really send me an Eagles jersey? Because I haven't gotten it if you have. Chet Holmgren has 3 blocks through 12 Summer League games? Santos into Kuminga. Kuminga gets rejected and fouled. Josh Carlton with the block, but there's also a foul on the play. Going to line for 2. I think James Wise would be okay if he can stay healthy. Darius, Malachi Branham, I watched his college highlights and he blew me away. Watching him tonight, hasn't shown me anything yet. First free throws. These guys can't shoot free throws to save their lives. Well, Ishan, if you ever find a cheap Ray Allen Heat jersey, I do have a P.O. box now. It's in the description of every video I put. Missed them both! Spurs tipped the ball back to the Warriors. Now the ball's flying around, and the Spurs will come down with it. And it's Spurs ball. Branham to Days, and Days is fouled, and he's going to go to the line for 2. Would I wear a Dallas Cowboys jersey? I would if I lost a bet. Veronica, if I lost a bet, I would wear one, but I wouldn't buy one. Wow, Chet Holmgren, OKC Thunder fan. That's a good line. Can't shoot free throws, he's a Spur. Well, guess what? We just hit a free throw there. Darius Days gives the Spurs a 2-point. This second quarter has been very low scoring. Is Chip England losing his touch? The Pussycats, everybody says how great he is, and I'm not saying he's not, but I swear Jakob Poeltl's gotten worse at the free throw line since coming to the Spurs. I just like the Red Sox more. Red Sox are probably my least favorite franchise in sports. I mean, if you're a Yankees fan, it's just in your blood to despise the Red Sox. So I can't stand the Red Sox. It is Warriors ball. I don't know why ESPN keeps taking the scoreboard and shot clock down. It's making it hard to know where I am in the game. Santos for 3 from the baseline. No good. Spurs ball. Yo hablo español, pero yo hablo poquito español, pero es no bueno. So, my apologies. Joshua Primo passes it out for 3, and that Malachi Branham hits the 3. Finally. Richard Eldridge, good evening. LJ, yes, summer basketball. And we have a timeout. Vince, I'm not embracing the tank. I'm embracing the youth movement, the rebuild. I'm embracing a full rebuild because it's been needed. They tried winning with, they shouldn't have traded. Somebody commented this on one of my videos. I'm 6'4", so I have big shoes. It's on ESPN3, Sadie. We're winning because more balls are going in the hoop than the Warriors. Where was I going with this? Somebody mentioned they shouldn't have traded Kawhi Leonard for DeMar DeRozan and Jakob Poeltl in a pick. We should have just got all picks and started the rebuild then. And I didn't really think of it that when you guys talked about start the rebuild with the Kawhi trade, but we should have taken a bunch of first-round picks from whatever team he was going to. DeJounte Murray was young at that point, obviously, and instead of trying to win with DeRozan and Aldridge, and then DeRozan and Murray, the rebuild should have started right there. It's like, okay, franchise is traded. We got to start from scratch. We always build to the draft, and they should have nailed the Raptors for 3 or 4 first-round picks. And I think the franchise would be in a better spot if that happened instead of trying to win with DeRozan. I like DeMar DeRozan, but hey, Cowboy X Factor! Thank you for stopping in. 30-32 win, Jesse. I like Keldon. Obviously, I have his jersey. Not tonight, and I'm not wearing it. I like Devin. The problem is the rest of the Western Conference has gotten much better. And even though we were a play-in team last year, we have to remember it's because the Lakers were so bad and underperformed and had injuries, whatever you want to say. They're going to be better this year. The Pelicans did not have Zion Williamson all year. They're going to be better. The Rockets loaded up in the draft. OKC loaded up in the draft. A lot of teams added a lot of players and are going to be better. We have some players to be excited about, but are we going to be better than we were last year? We lost our only All-Star. All-Star not by injury, doesn't matter. We lost our best player and have 3 19-year-old rookies on the team and a 19-year-old in his second year. I love the Spurs, but I'm feeling, barring a breakout season, 22-26 wins. And that might be being generous. We're back from TV break, or from the timeout. Quick miss by the Warriors. At a Spurs ball, Joshua Primo takes off into the paint and didn't lose the ball, almost lost it. Instead, he gets it to Josh Carlton, who misses the shot. And now we're going to have a foul on Golden State. Portland Trailblazer, Damian Damian Lillard's healthy. Anthony Simons. Yeah, he's going to be healthy. Plus, he had a high pick as well. Fair enough, J Money. Western Conference, yes, the Western Conference is loaded. 9-73 record. We're going to tank this much, we might as well go more. I'm all for signing Kai Soto this year, but I think he's going to play in the NBL another year. Both free throws good. The Spurs are up by 8. The Warriors have scored, what, like 6 points this quarter? Or not even that. How many points? Somebody look up how many points the Warriors have scored this quarter. That three-pointer is no good by Santos, and the Spurs will get the rebound with 4:45 to go in the second quarter. I mean, both teams haven't scored a lot, but the Warriors have scored very little. And a layup and one for Josh Carlton. Carlton, you know what I'm saying? Yes, I just saw Tony Parker there. 22-26 wins. That's still too many wins for a number one. That's more like 5-6. I don't know. I have to wait and see how the team plays in the preseason, what the starting lineup is going to be. It's going to be a rough year as a Spurs fan and a content creator, barring a breakout season. By breakout, I mean Keldon Johnson all of a sudden being a 25 to 30 point per game player, or Devin Vassell being that guy, or both guys being that guy, and that's a rarity for a player to make that huge of a jump. I'm not saying it can't happen. I would love it if it did. Warriors ball. Baseline jumper is in and out burger. It is Spurs ball. And I'm having a little hard time identifying the Warriors players because they're showing Tony Parker, but they've squished the game down to a little teeny screen. Pull-up jumper is no good. Malachi Branham going to the line for 2 after the foul. Spurs 17 points to the Warriors. 17-4? Thank you, your boy Rico. Dang. Thank you, Veronica. Yes, if you haven't hit the thumbs up, it does help the channel. Fast, free, fun, nutritious, and delicious. And I'll never ask you guys to donate to the channel. I will never, ever, ever, and never will ask for money in this channel. You're never going to see me plugging a Patreon. I'm not going to do ads. I had like 6 companies contact me about a sponsorship. Nope, I do this for fun. If I make money on the side, great. Don't care. I've always liked creating things. I've been on YouTube since November 2006. Not this channel, on a previous channel that was never monetized. I did YouTube for 13 years, not monetized, so it's always been about the fun. Ooh, nice drive, layup, and one! Jonathan Kuminga. I can't hear Tony Parker. Is he clowning our team right now? That was a good finish by Kuminga. I mean, Quinn Snyder's name's been out there, Andrew, about taking over for the Spurs. Well, Walker, I do have monetization on, so it will play ads, but I don't want to sit here and say do a 2-minute. I did it once, and I was like, I hated it. I'm a fan of actually, I won't say the name of the channel because I don't want to knock them, but when I watch their content, the first 5 minutes are always Patreon, their sponsors, plug, and I can always skip the first 5 minutes, and I do. I skip the first 5 minutes every time I watch one of their videos. Speaking of which, speaking of 5 minutes, or speaking of 4 minutes, there's 4 minutes in the quarter. That was a terrible segue, but anyway, Spurs ball. Nice move, and tough shot. DJ Stewart with a really nice move, but couldn't finish at the rim. And it is Warriors ball, 3:53 to go, 40-31. Spurs up by 9. The Spurs are the home team in this game. And a quick 3 is no good. And the Spurs will get the defensive rebound finally. Spurs on the run. Blake Leslie drives into the paint. Throws it up and doesn't get blocked. He did miss the shot. Mark, I can't see the player stats right now. Brandon's World Gaming. Demetrius, both teams are not necessarily looking great, but the Warriors are looking worse, obviously, between the two teams. The Warriors are down. Tyler, Josh Primo has not shown me anything tonight. I hate to say it. Has not shown me much. Blake Leslie, a little reckless in the paint, and he's been blocked like 4 times, but he's shown us that he can nail a 3. Branham hasn't shown us much. Tough jumper and missed by Kuminga. Spurs ball. Malachi Branham throws it over, and the 3-point attempt is good. by DJ Stewart. Stewart's looked pretty good tonight. Do you think we'll add anything from Summer League apart from our big three? Time will tell. Kuminga drives into the paint and loses the ball out of bounds off his leg. All sorts of out of control. I think he wants the player stats, Sean. I can't see him while I'm calling the game. Juanita, I did a lot of videos about the DeJounte Murray trade, so if you want my thoughts, there's tons of content on the channel about it. I think I did... Best video to watch is I did do a video that said trading DeJounte Murray was the right move. So, I think it's like 8 to 10 minutes. Like Wesley spins around to the paint, dishes it out, and it's almost turned over. Spurs get the ball back. Wesley with the ball again, fires off a three. Front rim no good. Lester Keelan is with the rebound. Warriors on the run. I like Tony Parker, but can we get back to showing the game on the TV? You guys know what I'm saying that are watching this? They've had the screen squished for like 3 or 4 minutes now. They're just showing the broadcast team, and it's stupid. Show the game. Spurs need to trade McDermott. Agree. Thank you, Sarah. You know, I saw the Summer League game was on ESPN3 tonight. Tomorrow night's game against the Rockets is on, I think, regular ESPN. I was like, I don't have any plans. The stream will probably be only 2 hours. Why not call the game? Have some fun. Chet Holmgren is skinny. Arturo, I think for Kai Soto, I think it's going to be we're going to have to wait till next year. I don't think he's getting into the NBA this year. I'm not going to... I really thought he was going to get drafted in the second round, and he didn't. I thought he'd get signed for a summer league team. He didn't. I thought my team would take a chance on him. They didn't. I think it's going to be until next year now, which might not be a bad thing. He said himself, Kai himself has said, there's things I got to work on. So work on that. Get better at your game. Come back stronger next year. Get TP off my screen. I can't hear him. I don't want to get in trouble with copyright, so I had him muted. Do you all see Jonathan Sanford is going to be the Houston PA guy? It hurts his PA calling. I don't know if I've heard him. Carlos, I agree. It wouldn't hurt. I thought they might grab Kai Soto when I found out. What is that coming up on my screen? Now would be a good time to insert ads. What? There's a button I can click to insert an ad. I can actually, live streams, you can click on a button to insert ads. I don't want to do that to people. They already have to watch an ad coming, and I'd hate to have a viewer come in and watch an ad, and then 5 seconds later, I'm forcing another ad. I'm not going to do that to you guys. Come on now, that's just stupid. Can you imagine that? There's an insert ad button. I'm sure you can only use it at certain times on your live stream. Come on, man. Sohan is out, Patriotic Front. Jeremy Sohan got the old 1-9. He's not playing at all in the Summer League, which really sucks because I wanted to see him play. Jonathan Kuminga misses the first free throw, and he's been... Actually, you know what? Both teams have been awful from the free throw line tonight. So with the few years under us, is number 2 a bust for how broken his body is? Venom, are you a Clippers fan? Kawhi Leonard's body's falling apart. I don't know how much game he has left in him. So if that's what you mean, yeah, I mean, the Clippers were expected to at least make the NBA Finals with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Haven't gotten anywhere near it, and Kawhi missed all of last year, and who knows what you're going to get from him this year. Joshua Primo drives to the paint, tries to force a pass, gets the ball back, launches it out for 3. No good. Spurs get Blake Leslie with the offensive rebound. Jordan Hall with the missed 3 for the San Antonio Spurs. 2 minutes to go. Joshua Primo on three-point land. 6 on the shot clock. Primo takes off. Passes it out, and the three-pointer is in and out and in for Dominic Barlow. Spurs are up by 14. Southson has a nagging hamstring injury. Of course he does. Kuminga, pull up. Good. Avery Johnson as a coach? That'd be cool. I'd like to see Manu. Butterfly! Good evening, buddy. What's going on? That baseline 3 is no good by Jordan Hall. I would agree Kawhi Leonard was his best when he was a San Antonio Spur. 2-time defensive player in the year. I think he was still really good in Toronto for his one season there, and then I think the wheels started to fall off in LA. Primo looks out of control. He hasn't shown us much tonight. I'll pull up the halftime stats if I can on something. I don't know. I guess my laptop. It is Warriors ball. Quick pull up three. No good. I don't even know who shot that. Number 27. I don't know who that is. Blake Wesley takes a quick three. Air ball. Keldon is one of the oldest Spurs on the roster, and he's going to be 23 this year. Timeout. 56 seconds to go. I think some players are starting to use injuries as an excuse not to play rather than actually being injured. I agree, the sports enthusiasts. I'm sure that's happening. JQ, I don't know. Maybe you might be right. But you don't need just speed. I mean, Jerry Rice was not the fastest receiver on the field. He was always the best receiver, no doubt. Being a best player on a championship team, I would call that your best year. You're talking about the Raptors? I mean, he was definitely the best player in the Raptors the year they won. And he had that huge game-winning shot against the 76ers, I believe. The one where the ball hit the rim, went to the other side of the rim, hit it twice, and then finally went in. That was crazy. Keldon to Vassell. We're the old guys now. Well, Josh Richardson and Jakob and Doug McDermott are still there. And Gorgui Dieng is north of 30. Gabriel, this game is on ESPN 3 and NBA TV, I believe. Yo, Spurs, go. All right, skip like that. What about yo, Spurs, yo? Yeah, that shot was insane. Sal, good evening to you. If we do the deal with Nets and Lakers, how do you feel about trying to get Patty back to help Primo? I wouldn't be opposed to having... If Patty Mills came back, I would probably but trade Dougie and probably Jay Rich if we're gonna bring a vet back. Bring a former Spur back. But whatever you do, if Patty Mills comes back to the San Antonio Spurs somehow, don't Bryn Forbes him. And what I mean by that is Bryn Forbes with the Spurs, started his career there, played 4 years with us, went to the Milwaukee Bucks, won an NBA championship, and came back home to the San Antonio Spurs. And then a few months into the season got traded out. So I would hate to see that to happen to another former Spur. Spur good, I do agree with that. Kevin Durant wasn't the only player injured. Klay Thompson tore his Achilles, I believe, in that series, and then he tore his ACL the following year. So the Warriors were without Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant. No doubt in my mind if they're full strength, they beat the Raptors, but you know what? It's not the Toronto Raptors' fault Golden State was falling apart. You got to beat the team that's in front of you, and they did. So I'm not going to take anything away from the championship. Did I remember we may get Kyrie? No, he's not coming here. I don't want Kevin Durant. He's a great player. Has he won anything without Steph Curry and Klay Thompson? Nope. Oh, did he J Money? Okay. Spurs ball. And almost a turnover. Saved by Primo. Primo will pass it out for three. Darius Days for three. Oh, did he step on the line? 48-34. Spurs up by 14. Darius Days has 13 points. That three-pointer is no good. Joshua Primo with the rebound will bring it up for the Spurs, and the shot clock is off. Spurs can hold for the final shot and try to get to David Robinson's number. Whoop, over here. And I'll talk to the chat, pull up the half-game stats. I'm glad I decided to call this game. You guys were asking me to do the NBA Summer League. Doing tomorrow's game against the Houston Rockets. Joshua Primo passes it out. Days for three. Short. And that's the end. And we'll go to halftime. How long is halftime? Is it 10 minutes or 15 minutes? I'm going to assume it's still 15 minutes. Days saying, I think, that he got fouled. Good start for the San Antonio Spurs. No, I don't want Kevin Durant on the Spurs, Demetrius. Not this current roster. I would not want him on the Spurs. The reason being is that we would be a low-end playoff team going nowhere. We've been a play-in team the last 2 years going nowhere. I don't want more years of that. I don't want us to suck. But you know what? We're going to have a year like other teams have had where we're rebuilding, and Kevin Durant would get us into the playoffs, but he would not get us a championship. Now, if we're talking Kevin Durant when maybe DeJounte Murray was still here, I'd maybe have a different perspective. I'd be like, all right, Kevin Durant, Keldon Johnson, Jakob Poeltl, DeJounte Murray, and Devin Vassell, or then Derek White. Maybe that's a different story. Not with this current roster. Definitely not. Did you tell me to watch out for Darius Days? He looks good. Chris Segan, even Meow Meow. Westbrook's contract is a negative value contract. We aren't getting Westbrook without 2 firsts, which they can make. All right, let's pull up some halftime stats, my friends. I think I can pull up the halftime stats on ESPN. I hope I can. They're showing the game. You should be having the stats. Yeah, they got the stats, maybe. There's no box score I can click on? Oh, I found it. I gotta click on the live button. Alrighty. We got 8 million ads coming up on ESPN. I just want the box score. Just give me the box score. Alright.
The box. You opened it. We came.
For the Golden State Warriors, James Wiseman with 7 points. Only played 8 minutes. Jonathan Kuminga with 12. Quinones with a donut. Quindary Witherspoon, former San Antonio Spur, with 6 points. McClung with 6. I'm forgetting some of these guys' first names. Jessup with 6. Wow, the bench for the Warriors has been terrible. 5 players have played. They have 3 points between them. Jessup, Willis, and Sieva have 0. Santos and Uthoff have 1 and 2 respectively. That's pretty rough. The Spurs have been going with a 9-man rotation tonight. Dominic Barlow with 2, Robert Woodard with 3, Joshua Primo with 6, but he's only 2 of 7 from the field. Blake Wesley. Struggle is real. He does have 8 points, but it's on 3 of 12 shooting. Not the efficiency we're looking for. Malachi Branham, a very quiet night. He's only 1 of 3 for 4 points. So the 3 guys I've been most interested to watch, with Jeremy Sohan being out. Primo, Wesley, and Branham are a combined 6 of 22. Okay. Off the bench, Carlton with 5, Days with 13 points in 10 minutes. 3 of 6 from the field, 2 of 5 from beyond the arc, and 5 of 5 from the line, plus 5 boards and 3 personal fouls. Hall with 2 and Stewart with 5. The Spurs were actually outscored by the Warriors in the first quarter, 24-23. Came back strong in the second quarter and outscored Golden State 25-10. Hence, therefore, ergo, they're up 48-34. There you go. Tails 8. Obi-Wan! Good evening. Nuggets beat the Cavs. How would you feel if the Spurs got in a deal with the Nets and Lakers and got... I don't want Russell Westbrook. Because, one, if he plays with us, we're going to be a play-in team again, and just somebody will lose all their minutes because of him. And if he gets bought out, just how much money is it going to cost to buy him out? I don't like it. Yes, I like Blake's aggressiveness. He has been getting blocked a lot. It's slider gaming. 6 of 22 is not going to cut it. No. I just went over the stats, Mark. Just did all the stats for both teams. Yes, Demetrius. We are in our first rebuild as a franchise. And it sucks, but you know what? You've seen other teams around the league. They've struggled and have bounced back. The Grizzlies, obviously, are one of the prime examples that they were struggling and in the last few years have just completely turned around. The Phoenix Suns, just a couple years ago, missed the playoffs and the play-in. Remember they went 8-0 in the bubble, and then all of a sudden last year the NBA Finals team. This season didn't quite work out for them, but they turned things around. So I mean, sometimes you gotta hit the reset button, and that's what we're doing. Mark, 6 of 22. That is Blake Wesley, Joshua Primo, and Malachi Branham combined. They're 6 of 22 from the field. The 3 guys I was most interested in watching are struggling a lot from the floor tonight. But Jeremy Sohan not playing does suck. I really want to see him out there. Kyrie would be great for the Spurs. At this point, though, I mean, who's doing the best? Well, the Spurs are up by 14. For the Spurs, I would say Darius Days. Spurs record next year, I'm sorry. R210, good evening. I think we're going to win. Gosh. The Western Conference is loaded now. A lot of teams loaded up, and we unloaded because we traded DeJounte Murray. This could be a 60 loss season, my friends. We could go like 22-60 or worse. I hate saying that. You're asking a huge leapfrog, a huge jump from Keldon Johnson and Down Vassell, and I'm not saying it can't happen. If they make that next step and both become 20-point per game scorers this year, then we're gonna win games, a lot more games than people plan on us winning. But that's having that huge jump. It's not likely. But Keldon had a stretch at the end of the season where he was throwing 20 up a night regularly, and then Down Vassell ended the season the best way you can. He had a great game in the play-in. So can they carry that momentum over? I hope they do. I don't want us to lose 62 games. Good grief. Well, we have well, yeah. I mean, Trey, I think, I don't know if Trey Jones is going to start. I don't know. We're not winning every Summer League game because we already lost the first one to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Durant back to the Western Conference. I don't want to see it. It's probably going to happen at some point. Primo's definitely struggled tonight. But he struggled in the game against the Cavaliers the other night, and then he apparently had a massive fourth quarter. What do I want for Jakob? Spurs will draft Victor Wembanyama next year. I mean, that would be a generational talent if he can stay healthy. I do have concerns about his size and injury history. He had some injuries last season. Guys that are that tall and that thin, got to be careful. For Jakob, I think we could get maybe a first-round pick, depending on the team. Seems reasonable, I think, especially if it's a team, contending and just needs a center. Not totally unreasonable that we could possibly get a mid to late first-round pick. We're not getting a lottery-type pick. That's not happening. I'm just along for the ride too. Oh, top 10 for sure, Skip. It should be a top 5 pick. I did it way too early NBA mock draft, and the draft had us picking 4th. They had us. Again, I'm not going to say who we picked, but my reaction is the same that yours will be probably when you find out about the player. Nicholas did a bunch of videos on it, so I'm not going to readdress it again on the live. I did, I think, 3 videos on the DeJounte Murray trade. I did a rumor video saying this might actually happen now, which that was an angry one. Then I did an actual video on the day it happened. And the best video to watch, if you're only going to watch one, is I did do a video that the DeJounte Murray trade was the right move. So, which it was. Oh, we're back to the game. That was, what, a 10-minute intermission? Okay. Take that. Blake launches in 2, drops a deuce. Blake Wesley for 2, and we have the Admirals number on the scoreboard. Well, Renee, I can't argue that. You're the defending champs. I don't have anything to stand on. I don't expect my team to contend for a title, the San Antonio Spurs. That's for darn sure. That's a miss. Spurs ball 50-34 as we start off the third quarter. Primo on three-point land. Still looking for him to get going. Josh will drive, throws it up, and in and out. Putback is no good, and we're going to have a foul as Dominic Barlow gets fouled on the putback. I think Rich and McBuckets will be traded also. That's right. Yeah, you might be right there, John. They might be more of a midseason trade. I think you're right. I don't know why Cowboys fans talk so much poop to me. I mean, the Giants suck. What have you guys done the last 25 years? 25 years of disappointment. I mean, my team sucks, but my heart wasn't broken every year going into the playoffs. Matter of fact, the only time we went to the playoffs, we usually won a Super Bowl this century. That's true, Felix. We just missed them both. Jay Money pointing that out. Bryn Forbes left the Spurs, won a championship with the Milwaukee Bucks. Q leaves, wins a championship with the Golden State Warriors. We have a quick bucket and a layup for Golden State. 50-36, 9 minutes to go. These are 10-minute quarters. Just FYI. Joshua Primo into the paint, pull-up jumper. Airball, foul. Nothing is working for Primo. Yeah, you can't trigger me because your team sucks too. You can't talk smack if you're a Cowboys fan. You guys haven't been relevant since 1995. I was still in high school. Yeah, I'm that old. Most of the Cowboys fans that talk crap to me have never even seen them win a Super Bowl because they're too young. At least I've seen my team win a Super Bowl. You don't even know what that is. Primo at the line. First free throw is good. 51-36. Brent Forbes is with the Denver Nuggets, I believe. R210, yep. What is it? Win, lose, or tie? Go Spurs, go until I die. I know a few people have said that on the channel. John Ortegan, yes. That's true. And I don't know how many times I've heard this is the year. Except for that this year is the year. Mac McClung, what a nice layup. Derek White went to the NBA Finals, former San Antonio Spur. And let's not even start with all the coaches that have been in the finals recently or former Spurs players. Blake Wesley stops, pop, swish. You know what? His stop and pull-up jumper is quite lethal. He just needs to work on that game in the paint and not getting rejected. Jonathan Kuminga with the ball. Alley-oop to Wiseman. Throws it way over his head, out of bounds. There it is. Cowboys 23. Wait, Bryn Forbes with the Timberwolves? Is that where he is now? KD and Kyrie running it back in the Nets. Kevin Durant wants out. Malachi Brand up three. No good. Jakob Poeltl with the rebound, and he loses the balls. Warriors are on the run. Whoa, huge collision. Mac McClung crashes into Joshua Primo. Are you talking about Aquaman? All the NFC East are a joke. Yeah. However, as much as people dog the NFC East, do you guys know which division has the most Super Bowls? That's right. The NFC East has the most Super Bowls out of all of the NFL. Just saying. McClung at the line for two. The first one's good. Caps, I think we have to pretty much win out. Keith Lebrowski, good evening. Steven Adams, a.k.a. Aquaman. I mean, we can. It'd be cool. I would call it the playoff games if we make it. Kyle, slow-mo and 3-4. That's right. Another foul. A lot of whistles, and this one's going to go against the Spurs. Offensive foul. 7:51 to go in the third Q. Spurs up 54-40. How is Jeremy Sohan doing? He's not playing the whole summer, Nicholas. He got the 1-9, you know, that 1-9-19 thing, and he's out for the whole summer league. Jonathan Kuminga with the ball into the paint, throws it towards James Wiseman, and throws it away. Jonathan Kuminga's been, at times, great tonight, and at times just very reckless with the ball. Thank you, Renee. Appreciate that. I mean, I talk a little smack, too, but usually it's just honest talk. Like, if, I don't know. Barlow's strong moving to the paint and gets fouled and go to the line for two. Like if a Patriots fan comes in and talks and says the Giants suck, I'll be like, you got more Super Bowls than us, but I think you're the wrong team to be aiming your suckiness at. We beat you twice in the Super Bowl, so it's all relative. I mean, right now, as a San Antonio Spurs fan, I can't talk any smack. I have nothing to stand on. Now we're talking about the greatest dynasties in the last 25 years. The Spurs would be on there. The Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker era, or specifically the Pop and Tim Duncan era. First free throw is good. Butterfly, somebody said Sohan has a hamstring injury. I didn't hear anything about it, but maybe he does. I know he had the 1-9. Sohan has also a hammy injury. The injury was known on... Oh! I never caught that. Honestly, didn't. Yeah, JQ, I've heard Keegan Murray's been fantastic, and he's... As far as which players I want in the draft that I thought would fit the team, another foul is Jonathan Kuminga's fouled down the other end, going to the line for two. For our draft position, obviously Paulo would have been my number one pick, or Jabari Smith Jr. They were not going to be available at number 9. Keegan Murray was early on, at one point last year, or earlier this year, kind of available around number 9, but he jumped up the draft board, and there was no chance of getting him at 9. First free throw is good. He's been playing well. He was probably my first pick. Jalen Duren is who I did want. with the 9th pick. He was available. I did want him. We didn't get him. Coming at 2 of 10. Oh my. He was terrible Friday. Second free throw is no good. Spurs ball. Up by 15. 7 minutes to go in the third Q. Appreciate everybody hanging out on a Sunday night. If you've not hit the thumbs up, please do so. If you're a Spurs fan, make sure you subscribe, because I cover the Spurs a lot. Or if you're just an NBA fan, I do some NBA videos here and there that aren't Spurs related. I did a video on Victor Wembanyama recently, the #1 overall prospect for next year's draft. And I'm actually going to try to do more draft scouting report, draft profile videos, because it gives me a good chance to check out players before next year's draft. I hope you're wrong too, Andrew. I'm not huge on him either, but I hope he turns out to be good. Colin Sexton on the Spurs, I don't see him doing it. I don't see it happening. I think we're just going to go all in on the youth movement. We're not going to sign anybody big. Just stash the cash. Warriors ball, that's a miss. Offensive rebound goes to Golden State. 10 on the shot clock. Quinones, wheeling and dealing. To McClung. Jumper's no good. Spurs ball. 6.5 minutes to go. 15-point game. Blake Wesley drives into the paint. Reverse layup. No good. And he's fouled. Over 172. Not looking good. Too legit. Yeah, I think Scoot Henderson's going to be the next one, Meldon. I was going to do one this weekend. I've already mentioned it for anybody just coming in. I spilled water on my normal laptop, the one I usually stream with. That's why that setup looks a little different tonight. I kind of just went with what I had off memory, and I try to do my best. That's why you're not seeing any of the Go Spurs Go stuff tonight, or the pop GIF doing the thumbs up. I don't have them. My laptop was not on, thank goodness. And I've just been having a fan blow on it, blow up into the case yesterday and today. So I'm going to wait a full 48 hours before trying to turn it on, which won't be until after tomorrow. I might even wait longer than that, just to be on the safe side, because if there's no water or moisture in there whatsoever, I'm assuming it'll be all right. Fingers crossed. Both free throws good. 17-point game, Warriors ball. Garbage time, Q with the ball, dishes, and the layup is good by Mac McClung. Quindary Witherspoon, affectionately known as Garbage Time Q on this channel. Primo out 3-point line. Primo needs to start showing me something. Come on, Josh. Get it out to Blake Wesley. Wesley. Over to Malachi Branham. Branham. He traveled. Yeah, he traveled. I've heard the ricing actually, some people say it's good and some bad. I've heard just air it out. And I just been, the case is slightly open with the fan blowing up into it. And all that air I think is going to dry. I mean, everywhere else water got into the house or where I spilled it is dry, so I think I'll be okay. And if I'm not, then I'll have to buy a new laptop. It's 2 years old. Sometimes laptops only last 2 years. The hinge is broken on it. Anyway, I can't close it anymore because I dropped it a few months ago. So if it goes, then I'll need a new one. Thank goodness it's not in the middle of the NFL or NBA season. So I do have a backup laptop. Pull-up jumper, no good by Q. Warriors get the rebound. Mac McClung with the offensive board, that is. Dishes it out. 3-point attempt is good by whoever shot that. I don't know who number 27 is. I'm sorry. I don't think Blake's going to start, but I do have my concerns if Joshua Primo is going to be our starting point guard. Darius Stays with a quick 3. No good. Darius Stays has been not shy to fire shots up, I will say that. No hesitation. He has the ball. He's looking to shoot every single time. And we're having another foul. Lester Quinones drives into paint, throws up the layup, and no good. Fouled, going to the line for 2. Yeah, but I've heard there's also stuff on the rice that can be bad for the laptop, so I don't know. Blake doesn't have a turnover? I should do a video ranking NBA teams if the three ball is not a thing. Wow, like a 3-point shot didn't exist. I mean, Steph Curry would. Well, he didn't just be the greatest 2-point shooter of all time because he probably would work on that religiously. They're not trading Primo full-time Spurs fan. There's no chance. Not a chance. Not in his second year as a lottery pick. Felix, I would have a concern there. I don't know who we're going to start. And we might be just, the safe move would probably be to start Trey Jones to start the season and have Primo come off the bench. I think more than likely we're going to see Trey Jones, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Doug McDermott if he's still on the roster, and Jakob Poeltl as a starting lineup. And that's not really a great starting lineup. That's a small starting lineup too. I know small ball works in the NBA, but Trey Jones is what, like 6'1"? Can't shoot the three. Yak can't shoot the three. We'll have two guys out there that can't hit the three. They're not going to be a very good rebounding team. Oh boy, that could be rough. I hope Devin takes off too. Lewis, I don't think anybody hates Primo. There might be some, but I think overall the Spurs used a lottery pick on him. And let me look at the draft. Somebody asked earlier who was drafted after Primo. Let me look that up. 2021 NBA draft. We'll go to Wiki. Because I don't remember. So after Joshua Primo, Chris Duarte, Moses Moody. People that have stood out. I'm not an expert on a lot of these guys. Yeah, they're could be missing somebody. Is there anybody that was picked after Primo last year that really stood out? I feel like Chris Duarte contributed quite a bit with the Indiana Pacers as a rookie. I feel like Corey Kispert did pretty well with the Wizards. I remember calling Trey Mann's name when I saw him play. I feel like Kai Jones, I mentioned a few, some Jalen Johnson. There's just players whose names I vaguely recognize. I just don't remember if they played well last year or not. And as I was blabbing about the draft, the Warriors hit a bucket. I don't think they wanted Kai Jones. Kai Soto was a lot of my subscribers wanted. Kai Soto, not Kai Jones. Two different players. They're having an interview with some guy right now, but I don't know who that is. Some dude, some guard. Primo, tough shot, no good. And the putback is good. And one. And one. Darius Days with the putback. Or was it foul before the shot? Yeah, Joe Wieskamp is out. Primo ranks 29th against 2000. Wow, did he, Felix? Herb Jones. That's right, Jesse. Thank you. I do remember Herb Jones now. Yep. All right, so the foul was before the shot. It is Spurs ball. 9 on the shot clock. Joshua Primo way out in three-point lane, gets trapped. And almost turned the ball over. Spurs get the ball out for 3. And it's good. All right. Jordan Hall, our Summer League team is a better three-point shooting team than our normal San Antonio Spurs. Hate to say it. Another foul down the other end. 4:18 left to go. Oh, is that his name? I'm not familiar with him. I can't hear what he's saying, so I don't know. It is very odd having him on the game, like having him interview him during a Spurs game. It's like, hey, best of luck to you. I've moved on. I really wish ESPN would stop interrupting the game for these interviews, regardless of who it is, because if you're not watching the game live, they squish the screen down. They cut the top of the screen off, the bottom of the screen, and then squish it in so it's sized right. And the game is like, what, 66% now of your TV? I mean, just play the audio of the person you're interviewing. I don't need to see him. I want to see the game. Malachi, been hit or miss tonight. Very hit or miss. Ayo, that's right, Carl. Ayo! How did I miss my man Ayo in Chicago? Another three-point attempt is no good this time by Jordan Hall. Not afraid to fire him off. Kino into the paint. Throws up some garbage, no good. Spurs trying to fast break. And Blake Wesley misses under the hoop, but the putback is good. I think that was Josh Carlton with the putback. Spurs back up by 13. 3:45 to go in the third quarter. Is it Duarte? No. The Warriors draft picks? Who was their draft pick? James Wiseman's looked great to start the first quarter. I could care less. Yeah, Chris, I hate to say it, I could care less too. No disrespect. He's not on the team anymore. So if he's talking about what's going to happen in Atlanta, I don't care. You have Warriors fans watching this game and Spurs fans watching the game. Hey, again, no disrespect to DeJounte Murray. Thank you for the memories. I don't care what you're doing in Atlanta now. Wish you well. And if you play great and get your team in the NBA Finals, I'd be proud of you. Just like I was, happy to see DeRozan playing great this year, Derek White getting the NBA Finals, but I didn't follow what any of those guys had to say. I was like, whatever, you're gone. Nova Legion, gentlemen, thank you for being here. And yeah, he's a little out of control. A little bit. Patrick Baldwin, that's right. That's why Patrick Baldwin's out. Thank you, Carl. That's why I was drawing a blank. I'm like, I don't think anybody's playing it. I forgot Patrick Baldwin Jr. is out, and he's not playing tonight. Patrick Baldwin Jr., the man who can't jump. Turnover by the Warriors. Blake Wesley flies down the other end, throws it up, no good, crashes into the post, and is fouled to go to the line for 2. Primo, DJ, it was 6 or 8 points. Jeremiah, good evening. Butterfly, you're done too. He's not a Spur anymore. I don't wish him any ill will, but he's gone. Moving on. It's like if you break up with somebody, you don't care what they're doing later in life. Do you wish them well? Sure. Do you wish them ill will? No. But you don't care what they have to say or what's going on. They're doing their thing now. They moved on and you've moved on. That's how I kind of feel with DeJounte Murray. I'm like, he's not on the team. Why are you doing interviews during a Spurs game? Santos was drafted too. McClung, he's looked decent. Thomas, he's looked pretty decent. All right, Junior. Well, I still thank you for being here. I had a lot of Spurs fans say they were done watching the Spurs. I think you guys will be back, though. I've never quit watching or following any team because a player left. It stung when David Robinson retired, but that was a retirement, not a trade. Wow, Josh Carlton gets blocked in the paint. The Warriors have thrown down a lot of blocks tonight. A lot of no. Driving the paint, and a crazy reverse layup by Dustin Slava, and it's good! And one! Threw that thing like all crazy sorts. Well, yes, once a Spur, always a Spur, but that doesn't mean I have to listen to you. Caps 210. I can't argue that. I'm not trying to be mean, but I can't really argue what you just said. I got nothing. I think it's gonna be a mixed year for Spurs fans, and I know as a content creator, it's gonna be tough at times. Where, you guys see the channel when the team's winning. The numbers are up. When the team's losing, the numbers are down. And you try not, as a content creator, you try not to look at that, but it's hard not to because you're still putting the same effort in, you're putting the time in, but the results aren't there. So I know it's going to be a tough grind for me and a lot of Spurs content creators over the next year, but if the Spurs get the #1 overall pick and get Victor Wembanyama, then our channels will certainly see a surge next season. That's a big if, though. Blake will make us have less free throw trouble. I'm curious, he's impressed me tonight. He's been out of control. But he's also 19 years old, and I love the maximum effort. Just the motor is going. And maybe that's the difference some Spurs fans are seeing between Blake and maybe Joshua Primo, where I'm not saying Primo's not trying, but you're just seeing... You see those players that go out there and they give you something that makes you think they have that it factor. It's like there's Blake Wesley sniping threes. Yes, he's getting blocked left and right in the paint, but he's attacking. His motor keeps going. He's just going. And tonight at least, Joshua Primo more so looks like he's going through the motions. And that's not a look you want to see. Because we've seen that recently just a year ago where a player... Well, he wasn't going through the motions. He just wasn't motioning at all. Lucas Salmon, who was eventually cut by the Spurs, but you know what I'm saying? Just you get that. You want to see something special in a player. And for tonight, Blake Wesley's the player the most that's impressed me. Granted, his shooting percentage is doo-doo, for the night, I believe. But still, he's really shown me something. Whereas Malachi Branham just kind of been out there. Josh has been out there, but nothing to make me go, wow. Like even when Blake got, some of those misses in the paint, still is like, wow, what a great move to get in the paint. He didn't finish what he started, but you have something there to build on. I, yes, destroyed his name. You're dang right I did. Victor Wanyama. That's right. That's what we call him on this channel. I know it's Victor Wembanyama. I believe that's how you say it. Turnover by the Spurs. Warriors got the fast break, and the layup is good. And one for Santos. And the Warriors are surging here in the third quarter. They have cut the lead to single digits with 2.5 minutes to go. If the Spurs have the worst record in the league, it's exactly, Mikey, it's not guaranteed. And a lot of fans forget. A lot of fans come to the channel, and believe it, I appreciate you all, and I do read every one of your comments. A lot of fans are like, tank, we'll get Victor Wembanyama number 1. You're forgetting, when the Spurs drafted Tim Duncan, they were not the worst team in the NBA. Correct me if I'm wrong, we were the 3rd worst team in the NBA, and we got lucky, got the number 1 pick, and a dynasty was born. We could be the worst team in the NBA this year, and another team, San Antonio Spurs us, like we did in 1997, when I think the Celtics were worse, and maybe the Hornets? I don't know what the other team was. And we're going to have a tie-up and a jump ball. Santos and Carlton. We could be the worst team and end up picking 3rd. Worst record? Exactly, Jesse. It only guarantees a top 5 pick. That's it. If those balls don't go the right way, the ping pong balls, or however they're doing electronically, then yeah, could be bad times. Jump ball. Oh, this female ref is so little next to the guys. And they're going to whistle the jump ball. I don't think this girl should be doing the jump ball. She's way too small. Like where she's throwing the ball, she barely got it over their hands. Like it needs to go higher. Seriously, she's like 5 feet tall. Dude, get somebody taller out there. That was a better toss at least. Maybe that's why they redid it. Spurs do get the ball back. 12 on the shot clock. Primo on 3-point land. Starts to drive. Stops, pops. No good. Rebound and putback is no good by Josh Carlton. It was knocked out of bounds by the Warriors. It'll stay with the Spurs. Melanie, good morning from the Philippines. Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, exactly, Dragon Floor. Wesley misses, but the tip-in by Darius Days is good. Darius Days has impressed me tonight. If you ask me the 2 players that have impressed me the most, I would say Blake Wesley and Darius Days. Wide open 3 is no good for Jonathan Kuminga. He has not played well tonight. Warriors get the offensive rebound. The putback is no good. They get another rebound. And finally a foul on Jared Uhoff. This is very sloppy. Cap 210, I had a feeling when I was saying that, I was like, somebody's going to make a comment. It's a jump ball. You got 7-foot players. You got to be able to throw the ball up high enough where they're going for it. And she literally had the ball like this, the first jump ball, and she was like, it went up like a foot. Yeah, that's a Grogu. You want him to do the game? All right, anyway. Oh, he was just touching David Robinson's championship trophy. Look at that. How's that look? That's a nice screen cap. Kuminga for 3, no good. Man, he's been building a house out there with all the bricks he's laying. Quick spot up 3 by Branham is no good. Warriors ball, 1.5 minutes to go, 66-56. Warriors trying to keep the lead to single digits going into the 4th quarter. Jonathan Kuminga with the ball again, thinking about a 3, starts to take off, drive, spins around into the paint, stops, pops, gets blocked, and now a whistle. JQ, I heard Jalen Duren is doing very well in Detroit. I don't know how well, but somebody in the chat said he's doing pretty well. Yeah, Dominic Barlow is not going to get done any favors by the refs tonight. Darius Days is 22. And Kuminga hits the first free throw. He's been terrible at the line tonight. It says he's 4 of 11. I don't know if that includes the shot he just made or 4 of 11 before that shot. Either way, it's bad. During getting highlights, I mean, he was a dunker. We knew that. And I'd be happy with that. We don't have anybody that can do that on our team right now. Second free throw is no good. Big surprise. Fight for the board. And the Warriors actually got it. And now fight for the ball again. Kuminga puts it back, and it's good. And the Warriors have cut it to the smallest the lead has been in ages, down to 7. But we have nobody that throws it down on a regular basis on the Spurs. I mean, yeah, you could look and say, hey, Rich, you know, it's not all about dunking or so-and-so player only dunks. I'm like, yeah, but it's the highest percentage shot in the NBA. We don't have a legit lob threat. Maybe Jeremy Sohan can be that guy someday. I don't know. We have nobody like that. Jakob Poeltl's our center. There's 0%, almost 0% of him getting a lob. He's not a lob threat whatsoever. As a, you know, old school San Antonio Spurs fan, you know, watching David Robinson take the lobs and just fly in with dunks and dunk on people, it's like, I miss those days. And I've seen Jakob dunk. We know he can dunk. He just doesn't. Joshua Primo dribbling all over the place. Finally takes off and picks up his dribble and is 7 on the shot clock. Dish it out to Robert Woodard. Woodard drives in the paint and a nice shot. No good. And another whistle. These refs have sucked this quarter. All they're doing is blowing whistles. Wait, how did he stop him when he dunked? But Sal did have some nice dunks, and Johnson did too. But we don't have that guy that's going to go out there on a regular basis and throw down 3 a night. Nobody on our team does that. And Jalen Duren probably would be that guy, I would think. It's not that they can't dunk. I'm just saying, like, who do we have that's a legit lob threat? Like, who are defense going to try to stop down on a lob? Nobody. What do we have? Like 3 alley-oop dunks last season? I don't know what it was, but it was low. First free throw was no good, by the way. Spurs 18 of 26 from the line tonight. The Warriors only 14 of 24. Spurs now 19 of 27 as they get close to the magic number. Kalo 5, it's getting a little scary. Yeah, I never had an electric center for like... It's not been 50 years since David Robinson. He was one of the most athletically gifted centers ever in the NBA. I don't think anybody would say I'm wrong in that statement. Kuminga, pull-up baseline jumper, no good. And we cannot grab a rebound! Offensive board for the Warriors. 24 to go. 8 on the shot clock. And a drive and a miss, and Kuminga with the putback. As Santos missed, and it's a 6-point game as the San Antonio Summer League Spurs have choked away this lead in the third quarter, only up by 6. 10 to go. 8, 7, 6, 5. Primo. 3, 2. Primo takes off, and he gets fouled. Holy naked, find love in your city. The state wins pizza for everybody. Well, I'm in Connecticut, so I don't think I'm getting any pizza. Itmar, I don't know who's going to get Wemby. It could be us. It could be another team. It won't be the Golden State Warriors. I'm willing to put money on that one. Even the Summer League Spurs are like the regular Spurs. Homer Martinez, good evening. We've watched, Joshua Primo was only 2 of 10 from the field tonight and missed another friggin' free throw. Made the second one. I do not know his most points for the Warriors, Chino. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. We're going to go to the fourth, and it is 68 to 61. Golden State Warriors were down by double digits in the third, but fought back and finished what I think like a 13-4 run at the end of the quarter. They're looking legit. By the way, if you guys not hit the thumbs up yet, would appreciate it. We've had a pretty good crowd tonight. I don't know how many thumbs up we're at. I can't see it right now. I think we're over 100. Oh, we got 185. Awesome. Can we get to 200? I don't know. We had almost 200 thumbs up, my friends. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Burger. Red Sox just tied it. Dang it! Thank you, Eric. Basement Dwellers. Is that your channel name or what you think the Spurs are going to be? Or both? The champion next year? Ooh. I mean, it's hard not to say the defending champions would be the champions again. But the Milwaukee Bucks won 2 years ago and obviously didn't come anywhere close to repeating it this season. So it's hard to go back-to-back in the NBA. A lot of teams made some good moves, and of course, health. You got big health question marks with the Golden State Warriors. Their two best players have been dinged up the last few years, with one of them missing 2 full seasons, and Klay Thompson. Steph Curry's been dinged up on and off throughout the last few years, and if really the team's going to revolve around Steph Curry. If he goes down, then they're a low-end playoff team at best. If they lose one of their key components, like Klay Thompson or Andrew Wiggins, I think it's Andrew Wiggins, right? The other player stepped up this year. Um, Draymond Green's not getting any younger either. So I think the Warriors have 2 to 3 really NBA title contender type seasons left in them. We don't know what's going to happen with the Lakers. If somehow the Lakers unload Russell Westbrook and bring Kyrie Irving. They bring Kyrie Irving in. Can Kyrie Irving and LeBron James work that Cleveland Cavaliers magic they had a few years back? And are the Lakers all of a sudden a relevant team again in the Western Conference? Are the Celtics going to make the NBA Finals again? The Celtics are a young team. For the Celtics being finals bound and maybe just, one maybe player away from being a champion. Warriors will start the ball off. 10 minutes to go. These are 10-minute quarters, just as a heads up. Unfortunately, the game had like a massive delay to start, and the Warriors throw it away. Spurs ball. Did they lose some bench players, Chris? I thought they had most of their team, no? Yes, J Money, you are kidding. Kyrie Irving, yep. Freudian slip, but it works. James Wiseman, 7 points, but I think just about all those were in the first quarter. Primo drives and misses the layup and another foul. Yeah, PD, I love the Spurs. Oh, Primo's going to, looked like he was going to go dunk and then maybe change it to a layup at the last second. The very last second. He's at the line for 2, and he has not been good at the line tonight. And he missed again. Dude, can you shoot a free throw? I'm not asking for, I know you're 19, and I'm not asking a lot, but can you hit your, well, the Spurs got the magic number. Ah, Gary Payton left, that's right. Wow. No foul. Not sure what happened there, but Mac McClung wide open into the paint. 9:11 to go, 69 to 63. Primo on the pick and roll. Step back 2. No good. Man, he is having a rough night. Gina, I'm not trying to pick on Joshua. Otto Porter left as well. Ah. Yeah, you can't be impressed with Primo tonight. He's missing from everywhere. From 2-point land and missing all his free throws. And we're going to have a turnover on the Warriors. 8:56 to go. Guy Santos, he's looked okay tonight. Mikey, we talk about how legendary Chip Engelland is, but look at the way our guys are shooting these days. Has he lost his touch, or is he just not connecting with the current Spurs players, or are our young guys not listening to him? Are they not practicing? Yeah, we're talking about practice. Primo almost turned the ball over again. It goes out of bounds. Austin, I would love that. I would love that. Yeah, he is, Chris. Spurs ball. 8:40 to go. And that is a turnover and a fast break. McClung one-on-one and gets the layup on Dominic Barlow. Or was that Robert Woodard? I don't know. Malachi Branham, speaking of, into the paint, throws up an air ball, and he's fouled. Oh my gosh. Mac McClung with 18 points, 4 assists, and 3 steals tonight for Golden State. It was Dominic Barlow, by the way. He was going one-on-one with. Lonnie Walker is a Laker, I know. Phil, I think the issue with Kai Soto, from what I'm reading from my Filipino brothers and sisters, is that his agent's a big problem. And his agent may have been one of the influencing factors on why he was not drafted. Something he wanted guarantees, and he said he's not going to let, they're not going to let Kai play in the G League, or I don't know. I don't know if it's Kai doing that or his agent, but it seems like his agent might be the problem. Bench Primo let Malachi do his thing. Nice. Malachi Brown at the line for one more. 70-65. Close game. Good. And again, if I haven't said it already, which I have, or if you haven't heard it, thank you for hanging out here on a Sunday night. Very happy I decided to do this Summer League game. Change things up on the channel, and I've never covered a Summer League game before, and it is tough because I don't know a lot of the players at all. I do know Quindary Witherspoon, though. He'll get the ball to James Wiseman, takes a jumper, and it's good. James Wiseman, 4 for 5 from the field, and looking... If you're a Warriors fan, you got to like what you're seeing, considering he missed so much time for an injury last year. Spurs ball. And almost a turnover. Instead, Hall takes a 3, no good, and Q with the rebound, and the Warriors have a chance to cut this lead to 2 with 7:40 to go. Mac McClung drives into the paint, off the glass, and good. And Mac McClung, you can't stop him! You can only hope to contain him as the Warriors 69 the San Antonio Spurs. Nice, Chris. Touche. Hall for 2, no good. And now the Warriors, oh, no, offensive rebound falls in the hands of Darius Days. He puts back up, no good. And finally, Golden State comes down with the rebound. Santos will bring it up and tosses it right into the hands of Jordan Hall. It's a turnover, and we have a foul. Awesome, my favorite player, too. Connor, I like Kai. He was not going number 1 overall. I mean, I'm optimistic, but I got to be realistic. A foreign player is just, barring a miracle, probably not getting drafted over an American player that's played in college. It's just... Let's give him another year and see what happens. I'm not giving up on him yet. Spurs ball, and we have another foul. Josh Carlton fouled in the paint. I think that foul is on cue. But this second half has been a foul fest. Yep, Phil, since I started this channel in 2019, I've been seeing it on a regular basis. 71-69. We got the 200 thumbs up. By the way, thank you very much, guys. This turned out to be a really good turnout for a Summer League game. Thank you. Another missed free throw for the Spurs. The free throw shooting for both teams has been tonight. Stephanie, I'm glad you can get DeJounte Murray's jersey. I would feel bad for anybody that got it this year. I'm not getting any Spurs jerseys whatsoever this year. Team's in a rebuild, and I'm just a little too, I don't know what's going to happen. Pau Gasol's not getting a match from the Spurs. And almost a turnover. And we have a turnover. Fast break for the Spurs. Malachi Branham into the paint. Goes for a dunk and blows it! Bounce it off the rim. Q for 3. And the former San Antonio Spurs ties it up. Calvin, my man, Chinnemer, thank you for stopping in. It's been a fun summer league. My first time calling it. I saw the Spurs were playing the Warriors, and I figured, why not? Jordan Hall pull-up jumper. May have gotten away with a push-off. 74-72. I'm calling tomorrow night's game between the Spurs and the Rockets, so if you're a Spurs fan, make sure you hit the old subscribe button if you want to stop in and hang out for part of the game, all the game, or just come in and say, go Spurs, go. And another whistle, and this is going to go against Golden State. Oh, timeout. Timeout. Or, yeah, I hear you, man. Haha, I mean, I don't have any merch clips. I don't do this for money. I do it for fun. Yeah, the little bit, the ad money on the side and anything else is fun, whatever. But I just don't really, I can't see myself having merch out there that says TSR Sports on it. If my music channel ever blows up, then I probably would do merch for my band. But I'm not an artist in that respect. I'm a musician, but I'm not somebody that's good at like drawing. So I don't even know what to design on a shirt. Somebody called the San Antonio security guards. Do I like Brad Pitt? Not really, but I will say every time I see him in a movie, I generally like the movie. It's kind of like Leonardo DiCaprio. Not a fan per se, but everything he's in is usually pretty darn good. There's a beef between my community and Clan the Spurs fan? This is the first I've ever heard of it. Did something happen? I'm not subscribed to his channel, to be honest with you guys. I'm not subscribed to any Spurs channel. Nothing happened between Clan and I. Another Spurs channel, and I'm not going to say who, asked me to collaborate with them. I agreed. I was part of their community, if you will. I was on their website. And then without telling me, I was removed. The content I was contributing, they weren't doing at the time. So I just figured, okay, when we get back to that, I'll contribute. And they just unceremoniously removed TSR Sports from the family. Didn't tell me, and I was like, I'm not working with anybody. I'm done. I'm just going to fly solo. So I don't have any issues with him. I don't know if this is really news to me. Plan loves Primo, so that again, I like Kelman. Who cares? Who cares who likes who? Isn't near that guy in the 42 jersey from the Spurs annoying? Because damn, that guy wants 4 shots. Are you talking about Josh Carlton? Tony Parker is watching the sun. Yes, he is. He was there in person. Yeah, I mean, Baby Trey, I think between the two of us, we put out more Spurs content than any other Spurs content creator. I know he puts up more videos a day than I do. I think my videos are generally longer. Like he might do 3 5-minute videos. I do 1 15-minute video. Now, obviously, I do live play-by-plays in the regular season, so that pushes my content way into the next stratosphere because that's 2.5 hours of content in just sometimes one night. Whoa! Mac McClung drives baseline in a beautiful up and under layup. This kid can play. I don't know who he is, but he 22 points, 5 assists, and 3 steals for Mac McClung. Is he a rookie? Is he a G League player? Was he with Golden State last season? I'm not familiar with him, but he has impressed me tonight. If you're a Warriors fan, keep an eye on this kid. He was on the Lakers? Get out of... Shut the front door. Mac McClung was on the Lakers, and you let this kid go? Was that La GM that wanted him out? Oh, you're welcome, Hydra. I don't have any problem with anybody. Blake Wesley at the line, and as far as I know, like most of the people who are subscribed to him are subscribed to me and vice versa. I know I lost a small amount of subscribers, minuscule but small. They're like, you're covering Kai Soto, you don't love the Spurs, I'm out of here. I'm like, okay, Snowflake, see ya. Sorry that I'm covering some other stuff on the channel and not, instead of doing 20 hours of Spurs content a month, I'm only doing 19. Whatever. Anyway, 5:22 to go, 75-74, Spurs up by 1, Warriors ball. Kuminga for 3, no good. And a rebound by Josh Carlton. Blake Wesley will bring it up for the Spurs. Stops, pops, no good, but I love the move. The kid's got moves, I'll give him that. Slid this way and then this way, stopped, popped. He didn't make the shot, but he's showing the ability to create shots, and that's very important. Yeah, you want him to go in, but you got to be able to first create the shot. He's showing the ability to create the shot. Now he's got to be, throughout his NBA career, get better at making the shot, which I'm sure he will. Joshua Primo checking back in to the delight or dismay of many San Antonio Spurs fans. What is this? I'm not putting another ad in. Stop bugging me, YouTube. It keeps saying put an ad in right here. For those who don't know what I'm complaining about, YouTube now has the option you can insert an ad while you're live. I'm not going to do that to you guys. I'm never going to sit here and be streaming. You already probably watched an ad to get in. I'm not going to make you watch another ad while I'm live. I do not love Dak Prescott. That is a fact. Yes, Hydra. I won't say anything in regards to that. But yes, I do cover about 95% of the Spurs games live. Maybe more, it depends. If I'm dating somebody by the time the season starts, it might be a little less, but I try to cover as many live games as I can because I just love hanging out with you guys and calling the game. I'm a Spurs fan that lives in Connecticut. I really don't know any other Spurs fans besides you guys. So you're my outlet to talk about the Spurs. We don't always agree, but we don't always have to. We're a Spurs family. We're not always going to agree what's best for the team. As far as me putting out content, I will try to be always quality over quantity. I don't want to put out a video every day. One, it burned me out last year by doing that. But two, if there's nothing to cover, I don't want to put up a video just to put up a video. Who's playing better? The score says Leonardo. It's fairly even. My starting five prediction, Gregory. Pretty much all our rookies are shooting pretty bad. Corey, Jakob Poeltl's a lock at the 5. Keldon Johnson's pretty much a lock at the 3. I think Devin Vassell's a lock at the 2. The question marks I have is at the 4 and the 1. If Joshua Primo plays like this during the whole summer league and the preseason, you're likely going to see Trey Jones start at point guard. As far as the 4, if Doug McDermott's still on the team, I think they just may roll with the veteran and have Jeremy Sohan come off the bench. I don't think they're going to start him right away unless he shows us something crazy in the summer league. Or not summer league, he can't play in the summer league. Unless he shows us something crazy in the preseason where he's out there grabbing 15 boards a game and looking like the second coming of Dennis Rodman, he's probably not starting. I don't know why people don't agree that Keita Bates-Diop is the GOAT. He should be. Kellen's not getting benched. Primo, Vassell, Johnson, Sohan, Poeltl. Possible. I didn't see. I think Primo just missed that. Josh Carlton with the putback. I don't know who just shot that. I'm sorry. I was looking at the chat. 4.5 minutes to go. I need to get focused. My next stream is tomorrow night. I'll be live tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. That 3 is no good. Spurs ball. Dustin Slava missed it. Drive to the paint and a mini Thunder dunk of justice by Darius Day. Spurs up by 5 for them. And tomorrow night, the Rockets play the Spurs. 7 p.m. Eastern. I'll be live. And looking forward to seeing what our Spurs do tomorrow. Though a lot of these guys might be rested. And I mean Primo, Wesley, Branham. I might make a game time decision on that. If they're announcing they're all not playing, I might take the night off. And now another foul. These refs do suck. Barlow hasn't had much luck with the refs tonight. He's been KBD is kind of on the team, I think. Kalo 5, I can't argue that. You know, if you're trying to rebuild and build something, I would be totally fine if Jeremy Sohan started. I mean, he was a number 9 overall pick. I'm sure Jalen Duran starting, and Jaden Ivey, and Keegan Murray, probably all those guys. Most guys in the top 14 start, do they not? Top 10 pretty much usually do, so we're having a replay. I would love to see Jeremy Sohan start. I just don't know if he's having a hamstring issue and he's not ready to go until who knows when. What if he misses some of the preseason? Like Malachi and Barlow are overrated. Wow. I also want our young guys to start. Yeah, I want to see as many young guys to start as possible. That's where I'm at. Just clicked off the ESPN 3. Where'd the Spurs game go? Where'd the Spurs game go? I accidentally clicked off of it, and it's not there anymore. It doesn't even show as an option. The games are running late. This makes no sense. I guess you got to click on the live now. That's probably got to click on. It's taking me to the Lakers Hornets. Oh my gosh, did I just lose a Spurs game? Well, don't click off of ESPN if a game's running late, because then you can't get back into it. Maybe I'll find it in this menu here. I'll find it. They're in a commercial break. This is terrible. How's this happening to me tonight? As I clicked off of ESPN 3 on my Sling, and now when I click on ESPN 3, the only option is to watch the Lakers game. And when I click on that, it doesn't take me to the Spurs game. It puts me into that your event is about to begin. I can't get back into the Spurs game. Oh, you got to be kidding me. I might have to end the stream if I can't get back in the game. This is awkward. Wow, ESPN 3 is garbage. How do you not have the Spurs game on there as an option? It brings up a screen where I have to select a whole bunch of games and the Spurs game is not on there. This is stupid. There's no option for me to even like watch it. Well, I guess I learned a valuable lesson. If you're watching ESPN3 on a streaming service, don't click off the game. You can't get. I don't have ESPN NBA TV. I click on Lakers Hornets. It just goes to your event is about to begin. The game's not there. I don't have NBA TV, Kalo. NBA TV, I have to pay for it. I don't have cable anymore. This is 77-79. I did reload. I want to throw my remote, but that's just going to break my remote. Like, there's no option just to watch live ESPN3. It's just your event. It's weird because they're streaming. They give you options of different games you can watch. And the airing live just doesn't show me what's on. It doesn't. I can't just click on the channel and watch it. That is stupid. I can't call the rest of the game, guys. I can't see the game. ESPN3 will not show me the game again. Go figure. ESPN screwing the Spurs on something. I have no way of getting the game back. Even though the game's running late, there's no option for me to click on the game. I'll hang out to the end. 79-79. I don't click on illegal links, guys. I'm sorry. This is embarrassing, Connor. I literally backed out of the stream just for a second to check something, and then when I went back in, it only shows the Lakers and the Hornets is the only thing I can pick to watch. And when I click on it, instead of showing the Spurs game and the Warriors game, which is relevant and happening right now, the only option is to watch the Lakers. This is terrible. Is it 81-79? 83-79? Oh boy. Wow. This makes me not want to cover the Summer League anymore, if this is how ESPN's going to handle it. For those of you coming in, I had the Spurs game on. I backed out for a second because they went to a commercial, and now I can't get back into the game because the only thing up there is the Lakers versus Hornets. Their app is such a piece of garbage that you can't go to apparently live. You can't watch whatever's live at the moment. Yeah, I'm going to wrap it up, guys. I don't know who's winning. I don't even know what to say right now because I can't see anything. My sincere apologies. I can't call a game I can't see. I suppose I could go to the ESPN app and do the play-by-play off of there. Like the game. Yeah, live on ESPN3, my butt. You're not even shown anymore, you jerk-offs. Alright, I guess that's where I'll watch the game. Oh my gosh, you click on it live, you can't even go onto it on... Oh, there we go. I have been very open about not liking ESPN on this channel for many years. I don't like ESPN. I don't like ESPN. I don't like ESPN. And in case you weren't aware, I don't like ESPN. But it's 85-83. Alrighty. I guess I'll just look at the chat. Alright, so Blake Leslie with a huge 3. No, they got Yasursky, they got to put stuff in the chat. I can't see the game anymore. Choose TV provider. Does Sling count? I have Sling. Is this my Sling subscription? Oh, am I getting the game on my TV? On my computer? I won't be able to see you guys anymore, but I might be able to watch it here live. I don't know how. Oh, that sound la 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 la. Okay, so there's a minute 5 left. The Spurs are up 85-83. I found a way to watch the game. I logged into ESPN. The Spurs are up by 2. They're showing the Blake Leslie's 3 right now. Swish, kill the fish. So I'm back up and running again. 85-83. I had to put a point on there for the Warriors. Oops. Nice shot by Blake Wesley. 85-83, a minute 5 left. It'll be Warriors ball. I took my rosters down, so I can see the game at least. It's not optimal, but Jonathan Kuminga on 3-point land. 13 on the shot clock. Drives into the paint. And jump ball, I think. 53 seconds left. San Antonio does not have any timeouts. The Warriors have 1 timeout. 85-83, 53.6 seconds left. Unfortunately, I can't see the chat, my friends. My Sling won't put the game back on, so now I'm watching it on my computer, so I can't see you guys in the chat. I'll update the scoreboard. I'll give you a play-by-play. It is going to be a jump ball between Joshua Primo and Jonathan Kuminga. It's obviously huge, huge right now as the Spurs are trying to maintain a 2-point lead. See, guys, I keep fighting. I found a way. I don't give up. I live in Connecticut. I think I tried getting the Spurs app. It doesn't work for me. I can't watch stuff for free because I'm not a Texas resident. Kind of wish I was sometimes. All right, jump ball, and it's up, and Primo tipped it, but the Warriors got it. Now we're going to have a foul, and I think we're going to have 2 free throws for Golden State. 49 seconds left, and I'll keep jumping over to the chat periodically so I don't miss anything. It says the Warriors do have 83. They're showing 83 on the scoreboard. It says 85-83. 49.2 seconds left. Are we getting different scores from both? It says 85-83, J-Money, on ESPN. No free throws. Pull-up jumper is good by Jonathan Kuminga. And it's 85-85. 40 seconds to go. Primo out on 3-point land. Pulls up. No good. .27 seconds left. Warriors ball. Joshua Primo misses the big shot. And if the Spurs lose this, their Summer League playoff hopes are pretty much done. They'll be 0-2. No chance of coming back from that. Jonathan Kuminga drives baseline, spins around, loses the ball, and he's fouled. 8.1 seconds left to go. Looks like the foul is on Malachi Branham. Appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. My apologies for the technical issue for a few minutes. For those of you that aren't aware, I was watching this on Sling. They went to a commercial. I backed off of ESPN 3, and when I tried to go back, it only had the option for the Lakers and Hornets game. Thanks a lot, ESPN 3. But I was able to log in and watch the game on ESPN through my laptop. So Jonathan Kuminga is at the line. He's 6 of 16, but he makes that one. It gives the Warriors a 1-point lead. The Spurs do not have any timeouts. Please, no spoilers in the chat, although I can't see the chat anyway. So maybe might be a good idea if you're listening not to look at the chat, as you could see a spoiler in there. Kuminga now 7 of 17 from the line. He gives Golden State a 1-point lead. And again, San Antonio does not have any timeouts. Kuminga sets, fires, and he missed the second one. Spurs get the rebound. 5, 4, 3. And it's a turnover. Blake Wesley turnover. And the Spurs are going to lose 86-85. And the San Antonio Spurs Summer League season is, their championship hopes are over. Congratulations, Golden State Warriors fans. Your youngs beat our youngs. Um, I guess we'll pull up some final game stats. I always do that for every game. So if you get a thumbs up on the way out, I appreciate you. It does help the channel, even if you're done. And a little thumbs up on the way out. And I'll give you some final game stats and then call it a night. Spurs had they looked like the regular San Antonio Spurs. They had a lead for most of the game, and then just second half slowly gave it away, and then completely gave it away in the fourth quarter. You don't have to buy any pizza. Just gave it away in the fourth quarter. That's what we do. That's what we do. Blow leads. Dang it. I know it's just a summer league, but you still want to see your guys perform. So here you go. We got outscored in the second half, 52-37. We went into halftime with a 14-point lead and lost by 1. That kind of day. All right, let's get into the stats for the Golden State Warriors. Let's see if I can find the box score on ESPN. For the Warriors, James Wiseman looked good in his return, had 11 points. Jonathan Kuminga really struggled from the line tonight, but hit the big one. That was the game winner. He was 7 of 18 from the line. Doesn't matter. They won. He finished with 26 points. Lester Quinones finished with 2. Former San Antonio Spur Quindary Witherspoon with 11. And Mac McClung looked fantastic tonight. 9 of 15 plus 6 boards, 6 assists, 3 steals, 22 points in a winning effort. Off the bench, Jessup with a donut, Willis with 3, Slava with 3, Santos with 4, and Uthoff with 2 for the San Antonio Spurs. Dominic Barlow with 4, Robert Woodard with 4, Joshua Primo, terrible shooting night, 2 of 15. 2 of 15. 1 of 5 from the arc, 5 of 9 from the line. He was atrocious tonight when it comes to shooting, 10 points. Blake Wesley, not much better. Loved the effort. Loved the effort. Finished with 22 points to lead the team, but he was 7 of 20 from the field. Malachi Branham, 1 of 6 for 6 points. So between Primo, well, Wesley was okay. Primo and Branham were combined 3 for 21. 3 for 21 is not going to win you a heck of a lot of games in the NBA. Off the bench, Carlton with 10, Days with 17, Hall with 7, Stewart with 5. That is an awful, awful game for Joshua Primo and Malachi Branham. I hope the rest of the summer league is not like that. But to have a lead like that in the halftime, and this felt like the San Antonio Spurs of the NBA, where the Spurs had a lead and then just absolutely just blew it. just blew a game. I don't know. I can't sugarcoat it. And our team felt like that tonight. But this was a good turnout. I really appreciate everybody stopping in. Primo just... Yeah, I mean, Brian, if Joshua Primo plays like this the rest of the summer league and looks like this in the preseason, and I hope he doesn't, I'm not rooting against him. I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for every San Antonio Spur. If the Spurs play, if every player plays well, then the team is playing well. If individual players are playing bad, then it hurts my team. But if he's playing like this the rest of the preseason, or the rest of the summer league and the preseason, there's no way we can start him. We got to start Trey Jones. Darius Days look good. Darius Days look good, but man, I've seen so many websites talk about the Spurs are building around Primo. It's Primo time. This was against other young guys and rookies. This wasn't against the Boston Celtics, one of the best defensive teams in the NBA. It wasn't against the actual Golden State Warriors, one of the best defensive teams in the NBA. This was against young guys and rookies and G League players and undrafted players, and he sucked tonight. I can't sugarcoat it. He sucked. I like him. I do. And I hope if he plays tomorrow, he turns it around and impresses me and the rest of Spurs Nation. But he sucked tonight. And he's going to have those nights, but just... he looked like he did last year tonight. That's all I can say. It's my first time I've watched the whole game from in the Summer League, and I hope that he proves Spurs Nation wrong, because I'm sure he's going to get... some people are going to be scratching their head after a performance like that. But like, why would you grab Josh Primo? But he's still 19. It's only a second Summer League game, so it's natural to overreact when you see something like this. Let's just take a grain of salt. It was a terrible night for him. Hopefully he bounces back tomorrow night. I'd rather start Blake than Primo. The Red Sox are up 7-6. So my Yankees and my Spurs both had big leads tonight. One of them has already given up that lead and lost. I hope that's not going to be Primo had a terrible night, Joe. He was 2 of 15 from the floor. This was a bad night. I can't sugarcoat it. He had a bad night. There's no way to spin it. Is Blake averaging 21 and a half? I appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. This stream actually went is just as long as an NBA game because the thing started 15 minutes later than it was supposed to. But this turned out to be a good turnout. We had, I think, 300. We had over 300. Repeat that 326 viewers, which is great for a summer league game, especially for mine. Boone does suck, by the way. You know, for the Spurs, a team that's completely in a rebuild. So thank you all for hanging out. I might be live tomorrow for the Rockets. I will wait and see. If I do see from reports that Blake Wesley, Joshua Primo, and Malachi Branham are taking the night off, I probably won't call tomorrow night's game. I'll take the night off too. I will put in the community notes if I decide not to call a game. But for the time being, expect me to be live at 7 p.m. Eastern for the Rockets. And yeah, the Rockets drafted some guy that I want to see. So I might just call again to see him play. You know what? If Chet's playing, then maybe it'll worth. They did draft Chet Holmgren, right? Yeah. So that might be worth checking out. You lost $3,000. Ooh. It would be awesome if Jeremy Sound was playing. Luka Samanic looked better in Summer League than Primo. Dominic Barlow is on a two-way contract, isn't he, George? I think we did sign Dominic Barlow to a two-way contract. Yeah, probably the most impressive Spurs tonight was Blake. I didn't have high hopes for him as our last first-round pick, but he looked... Yeah, he was a little out of control tonight. He got blocked like 4 times, but he also showed great instances of being able to create his own shot, which I've said before is very important if you're going to be an NBA player. He didn't finish what he started, but he was able to create, and that is step number 1. Step number 2 is not just making it go in. If you can't create shots, then you're never going to get to that point. What do you mean the score is wrong? What do I got? It was 86 to 85. That's what ESPN said. Did they change the score? Was it not 86-85, or are you just trolling me? Or can you not read numbers? And I'm not trying to be a jerk by saying that. Some people can't read, and that's okay. I don't hold that against you. It's 86-85, bro. Golden State won 86-85. Let me take a look at my scoreboard. That's 86 to 85. Maybe you need to get your eyes checked? Maybe get some glasses? I'm not trying to be a jerk. Just maybe, you're not seeing right. Anyway, this was hard to watch at times. It was hard to watch this team blow it in the second half. It sucked. Primo is going to have a lot of eyes on him, so he's going to have some pressure, and hopefully he bounces back. The Warriors scored more points. Marcus, that's how they won. They scored more points than the Spurs. It's usually how it happens, but I'm going to wrap up, my friends. Thank you all for hanging out tonight. I'll let you know if I decide not to go live for the Rockets game tomorrow, and I won't if the Spurs bench half the roster because it's a back-to-back, then I'd rather just take the night off. Appreciate y'all, and until next time, what you gonna do when TSR Sports runs wild on you? Go Spurs, go!